it's on? Alright. Ready? Birthday Hawa.
Birthday Yahweh.
Birthday Hawashai.
Birthday Yahweh.
Birthday Hawa.
Birthday Yahweh.
Birthday Hawashai.
Birthday Yahweh.
Pahalayim.
Pahalayim.
La Yahweh.
La Yahweh.
Hashem.
Hashem.
Yahawashai.
Yahawashai.
Hashem HaKadosh.
Hashem HaKadosh.
Of course, giving double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone who were well. Peace and salutation to the elect, first fruits, starting with the, of course, the Nabiayim, the prophets, and the rest of the remnant of men, women, and children who are Israelites, who are not prophets, whom the Lord is going to have mercy upon. All right, the nation of Israel consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and you have, of course, the Israelite foreigners that are Israelites that just being scattered throughout the four winds, throughout the different four cardinal directions that lineage go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob via their father, all right, their progenitor. All right, so we're the Great Millstone Plaintables camp located here in the city of Philadelphia, coming again with another street teaching, all right? The main, I believe in the spirit, is how this place is out of course, okay? We'll start with that precept. Yeah, like as we've seen this year, like right now, what was it? The other day, it was like, they said it was allegedly 73 degrees outside, and then right now, it's like, what, under like 34, they say, possibly. And then we're going to raise back up to like 50 degrees and on up and such. But pretty much here in Philadelphia, we had a very, very, I mean, it was damn near spring, like mainly this whole winter, so-called and such. Which, hey, for us, you know, hey, it's beneficial because, hey, loads of times, you know, we don't want to be dealing with snow. You know, brothers got to work in, of course, travel in it and such. But, you know, winter does bring a lot of hardship and stuff like that. And, hey, Jake, thankfully, hey, a lot of Jake, they had, like, a bit of mercy because, hey, you know, heating bills and all of that everything is increasing due to, of course, what? You have inflation, you know, and, of course, the whole new agenda with them trying to get off of use of fossil fuels, okay, natural gas, which primarily is used here in Philadelphia due to supplier Pico, all right? But we're going to go to that first precept. And, yeah, and then we'll go to like how the course of this world is wicked and things of that sort. So go, yeah.
Psalms 82 verse 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
Right. You know, and you have it, all the foundations of the earth is out of course, you know, because the wicked is ruling. Yahweh Shemi-Al-Shai allowed the wicked to perpetuate violence and destruction throughout the earth, okay? Promote his philosophy throughout the earth. You know, of course, having, hey, mass confusion out here. People who are literally walking in great ignorance, even with the light, which, light, of course, chief light, Yahweh Shai, all right, Yahweh Shemi-Al-Shai, and then us as the prophets, all right, of the hopeful elect, we're lights unto the world, and they can't see, of course, the knowledge, which is the light, you know, to be, of course, enlightened, okay? Like even the other day, this Jake, he's an Israelite foreigner, so-called Irish man. He asked me, he's random and a bunch of other Jake, and like we was just like at work. Oh, you think the Illuminati shit, does that exist and stuff? And I'm just sitting there like, dude, like if you just thinking of, just in ignorance about that, like there's so much that you don't know and stuff. And hey, you know, since even, like I said, the inception of this country, you have nothing but secret councils, you know, here, you know, that have doing things within, of course, the shadow. You get Micah 2, doing within things within the shadows and such, the darkness, you know, behind y'all backs and such, you know, and back rooms having, of course, think tanks come up with all of these various agendas, which, like I said, is really contrary to life, all right? Y'all got the Micah 2. Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Micah 2 verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Which they're within their heaven, the Edomites, since they're, you know, joined you know, the dew of heaven, from what is it, the fatness of the earth, the dew of heaven. Okay, they're within their heaven, they're within their rest. Okay, and you can clearly see that. You know, I go just driving there, these different neighborhoods sometimes. You know, these like villages and towns and such. And you can see really they don't have to worry about having their doors locked. They can have their doors open, and you know they can just go to the store and no worry about some dude with a ski mask looking like this, just about to just, you know, like just even being in contact with niggas and stuff.
Well, if I can actually add to that, I believe it was, what is it, last week there was an article, it was like a really whitey neighborhood up in New Jersey, and this lady got followed home from the bank and robbed this shit right in front of her freaking
house?
Yeah. Either from the bank or I think it was in her house, and they were interviewing the people. And the lady's like, I can't believe that, like, it's in our community like this. Yeah. It's like a really quiet community. But,
right.
You know.
Which this is a common thing. Like,
crime is on an all-time high right now.
Yeah.
It's not like petty crime. Like, you know, this dude at the job got his whole car stolen and shit like that. You know, they still haven't found it. And like, you know, now like people are getting caught for crimes, and then like they're going down with like a blade of glory. You know, they're fighting. They killing people. Like, you know, they do like a lot of like, you know, excess crime, and like, you know, it's leading to murder, you know?
Yeah, straight up murder. Yeah. And premeditated, like they actually are, you know, they conspire, you know, pre-thinking these things that they're gonna do. It could be in an instant, a spirit just get on them. All right, you see that guy there? Cause they had a story, I think it was this week. The chick, it was like, I think it was like Wednesday or something like that. They said that these girls, they went out celebrating birthdays and such, Babylonian custom. That's not a custom of Israelites. They were pretty much follow home to a luxury apartment downtown somewhere in Spruce Street or something in that neighborhood area or something, and they were robbed. I think she shot and had the one girl had a gun and shot, but still died. And you know, the guys, you know, hey, you know, they try to rob and they ain't get nothing either. You know, and it's like that's where it is, where the confusion is where many people got the perception as if, all right, just because this person is like living a certain lifestyle, they got money, and that's not even the case and stuff like that.
Yeah, like another thing too, I sent this brother a video too, where they released some dash cam footage and some body cam footage of a bunch of police officers that basically went like fucking full on GTA rogue in like Ohio. Like, I guess this person had like some expired ties with Jake, and he just took off, you know, down the street, and he's shooting out the street, and then these cops are shooting back like a goddamn fucking action movie, man. Like, I said, like some straight up GTA fucking stuff. And then there was friendly fires on the cops, like the cops shooting each other. Like, it was just fucking madness, man.
Yeah.
2 cops got hurt, you know, and like I said, like you know, how many accounts has there been of, you know, people just dying by stray bullets? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude just shooting at it.
Basically, the point is like it's real evil times right now, man. Everything's real evil.
Yeah.
And that's because it's, you know,
wicked is real.
It's showing the times that we're in right now.
Yeah.
We need to get the fuck about it.
Yeah, even they had this Temple police officer, he got killed. What, this week or last week?
Oh yeah, the Temple,
Young Edomite killed him.
Yeah. And it was an
18 years old.
Yeah. And like I was, what's the whole story? We can see if we can find the story, but
Hey, you have kids, you don't even want to take them to fucking school because you don't know if some nut job gonna fucking shoot up the school and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, it's real evil and eerie out here and stuff. Cause
but the difference though, Slocky, nothing up, but the difference is we understand it's all from the Lord. These other people are just in like complete awe and shock and just state of like, oh, I don't understand why this would happen. What's the Most High's doing? Like,
yeah.
It's like I said, prevalent at times of awareness and end time.
3 people done in the city and the Lord not done it. Yeah. And then that just comes with the times, you know.
Yeah, wickedness is gonna multiply.
Yeah, we have that.
That's
in Maccabees 1 and 9. We're gonna have to get that one.
Like even there's so much Esau and Esau, you know what I mean? Like even the other nations can't even keep it within themselves, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's just broken apart, you know.
Yeah. And like,
there is no coming together. Even the own nations can't even come together. Like you said, Esau shooting up his own schools of other Edomites in there just killing everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
But that just goes to show you their nature is violent and unjust.
Yep.
All right, so brother gonna keep reading in that precept.
Continuing on, when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
That's right, yeah. And it's in their power because the Lord, through Isaac, you know, gave him, of course, that blessing and that sword. Okay, they gave him his blessing, of course, of the dominion. All right, which they started to rule as Esau, Edom during the time of the Greeks. Okay, with Alexander the Crete. Okay, and going progressively afterwards as the Romans. Okay, you know, taking upon their nationality, the original Japhetic people and such. You know, and they have been ruling by violence, by the sword, you know, ever since and such, with great might and such. You know, and we see it, like, you know, with the whole, you know, the whole thing in Ukraine and all of that and such. I see the amount of weapons that's being supplied to all these different nations, you know, and then these people is so-called allegedly being peacekeeping people and democratic and such, and they want to intermeddle with different sovereign countries. You know, it's just like a bunch of hypocrisy. You have it where they had this article on Zero Hedge. It was talking about all these so-called African countries that no standing president hasn't ever visited and such. Well, they don't care about them. They only care about, obviously, the resources that they can get from these various countries. But you have, of course, like Russia and China, you know, going into these other nations such as Africa and making deals and stuff with these weaker nations and such, you know. But yeah, you can see the true nation, the true actual nature of Esau, you know, which he's just nothing but an exploiter, a thief, and a robber. All right, yep. Gone. If there's more.
Yeah, I know that.
Yep.
Verse 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence.
Yeah, they take, of course, lands, you know, and they took this world by violence. All right? Much violence with the sword, you know, with their military. Okay? You know, they was given a great sword, you know, as you read in Revelation, the 6th chapter. You know, and like I say, with the Romans having that, with that iron, okay, you know, being superior than the, you know, former weapons out there, other metals and such, they was able to take down other, you know, as they would say, barbaric nations and such, you know, the different various vassals and such. You know, the Lord actually advanced this man, you know, and to the point where you see how his sword is now with his technology, you know, to a point where it's like, damn, the artificial intelligence, you know, the different tracking, you know, everything, you know, it's just beyond what normal, like it seemed, like I said, it's on the left-hand side. It's like them mimicking what we could do through spiritual power on the right, you know? Because he want eyes and ears and be able to see and do as the Most High.
And houses and take them away, so they oppress a man in his house.
That's right.
Even a man in his heritage.
Right, and they oppress a man in the heritage. We can't even take upon, of course, the identity of being Jacob. They don't want us to do that, right? You see, like I said, some of these different celebrity Israelites come to the knowledge, you know, of being Israelites, and then they bring it out on just a Twitter or on a social media. They shoot down their influence. No, you can't say that. If not, we will take away your spot in the society and such, and that's oppressing a man in his heritage, in his house, you know, his lineage, okay? You know, they don't want, of course, that, because with that, it brings power, great power, because with that, you have it, the Israelites of the hopeful elect are now not only know their power, they know the names of their power, and also they're coming to deeply sorrowful for the different customs that we have done, right? Being scattered amongst these nations, you know? And that whole fashion, being like these other people and stuff, they cannot stand, you know? They, of course, love, us not worshiping our power. Because if we worship our power, of course, our power, Yakalba Page, you know, of course, is going to bring vengeance onto them, all right? And that always has been promised, of course, to, us as the Israelites, the Lord also being our Redeemer, our Savior, okay? What's that, I think the Dabaq had put that one, it might be in Nehemiah, it might get in our Chronicles. They talk about if we basically turn to repentance and pray to the Lord, he would basically hear us and such, you know? And that's what, you know, the Lord have the hopeful elect calling upon his name. But, hey, y'all got precepts? Right. And I'm going to find that other precept too. I can see Chronicles on the back of the truck. And then also y'all got Maccabees first. Maccabees 1 and 7. Yeah, starting down to 9, but yeah. Yeah, you got something, Kayaba, too?
Yeah.
All right. Well, what you got, Kayaba, and then you go.
Psalm 73.
All right, go with Psalm 73 real quick. Yeah, yep, that's a good one. Go ahead.
God, this Psalm 73 and 3, it says, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked."
Yeah, you know, seeing the prosperity of the wicked, you know, and it's like we see the wicked, you know, obviously advancing, you know, and all, of course, that they do, you know, and it could, of course, get Jake like, you know, like Jake want to be like other, like the heathen themselves, you know. They see that they're being successful within their wickedness and such. Oh, let me, you know, be seduced by it and let me be like these people. No, that's not what we're supposed to do. You're supposed to, of course, repent and do our customs, follow the laws, statutes, commandments, and such. You know, go ahead. And Esau is the fool. They're known as the bases of men. All right, base people, lower the low. Okay, Khan, go ahead.
Verse 4, "For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm."
Yeah, their strength is firm because the Lord Yahweh Shemel-Shai has put a hedge about them, right? You go what? You could go what is it? What do we even go back even with Cain, with after what he slew what Abel. You know what they say like about the hedge. You know you go back in Genesis. What's that? If any man slew him, it would be avenged what, sevenfold. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's in Genesis. But basically, of course, the time of Esau Edom, he got, of course, a particular portion and rule, all right, in which, hey, nobody can take this man out of power. Only he that letteth will let. Only Yahweh Shemel-Shai is going to be the one that take him out of the way. All right, here the
Straight to the
brother.
point.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Genesis 4, verse 15. And
Yep.
the Lord said unto him, "Therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him."
Right, you know, and of course, man got, of course, that mark, that distinguishing mark, being, of course, what, his stripped of his melanin and such. All right, and he was known as what, Koyan, or what, being like a spear, okay, because he slew his own brother. Abel, Habal in the Hebrew, was what mean transitory.
Yeah.
All right, you know, he, of course, in which that's our forefather. All right, you know, and like I say, that's just Jacob and Esau, you know, before, okay, prior, you know, because like I said, same characteristics, same traits and such. All right, you know, the same evil and envy that Cain, you know, had because of seeing the sacrifice that Abel gave up, him giving the improper sacrifice. The same thing is with this man Esau Edom, you know. And hey, we see it today. Like, for somebody to not know who Esau Edom and claim he's some other nation, that's utterly ridiculous, you know. And even the distinguishing mark itself already gives it as a dead giveaway. He's Adawan, being red, you know. Though of course some of our people do look like Edomites, having like you know, not the melanin, you know. But we try. That's why we try the spirit by the spirit. You know, we can see, you know, the zeal of our people more wanting to be upright than to be wicked, like Esau Edom, who the spirit within him is not upright in him. Fine. All right. Yeah, that's it. All right. So Esau, he had. I mean, yeah, in the same spirit that's within Cain is in Esau. He have a hedge about him. Okay. All right. Now go. What you got? Finish. Oh, back on the 73, and then back to then. All right, go ahead. Yeah.
On the Psalm 73 and 5, they are not. It says they are not in trouble as other men.
Right, and you see that they're not in trouble as other men. I've mentioned how. Look, I mean, he could get pulled over by a cop and be totally fine. He probably even have people that are been in the force. Oh, you're Tom Ford? Yeah. You know my great grandfather. You know, like they have, of course, lineage of men that actually served in the force. All right, and obviously they protect and serve their own. All right, they don't care about other nations. They don't care about, especially specifically us being Jacob, Israel. All right, they don't care about us, and they show you that when we pull over, we under the curb. Hey, we be like nervous and stuff. Esau be cool as a cucumber and stuff, sitting there in that car. Yeah, what do you? And actually, Esau be like, what are you even pulling me over with? Even Esau go to the point he'll even report another police, a cop for pulling them over and stuff. Man, I got things to do. You know who I am. You know how E be and stuff. You know who I am. Let me try to pull it who I am. He gonna say I'm a damn nigger or something like that, man.
A lot of times when the police stop you and shit like that, you may have like a nice whip. You're like, yo, how you get this $100,000 car?
Yeah.
That's what he's thinking in his head. He come up to you, be like, yo, where you heading to?
Yeah.
Where you coming from? Where you going to? You know what I'm saying? Where you coming from?
Yeah.
Ask you a bunch of questions and shit. But meanwhile, the only reason he stopped you is because he's wondering how did this Negro got this expensive car?
Right.
Did he steal this money to get this car?
Right.
Did he steal the car?
Yeah, they don't see it as
You can't be a productive so-called citizen just working a regular 9-to-5 job and you just happen to earn the car. You just had to steal it. You had to do it by criminal means.
Right.
Yeah. That's the type of society that we live in. Mm-hmm. We live in a society that paints the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans as being thieves. You know what I'm saying? Criminals, people that is not worth a damn. You know what I'm saying? And it's not capable of being any more than such things, that being criminals. You know what I'm saying? Dimwits. You know what I'm saying? Dimwits is somebody that's known of not having that light bulb just sticking up out of their head, not having the light. See, we have the light. As being the men of the Lord, we have that light. That makes us not being dimwits. But they look at the so-called black man and the Native American man and the Latino as being dimwits, as being fools in this world.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought I'd say that.
Yeah. They really do, man. Because, like I said, they don't see it as if you could. Wait, it's a lot. You went into. You got astonishment. Well, it's a lot. Yeah, different precepts. It's a lot of different precepts you can get. Because on one end, you got it where. Us being let me see, I'm gonna go get it. I just go straight to the curses.
Let me get one real quick.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28, verse
There you go.
65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
You ain't gonna have no ease or no comfort, no pleasure. Because really when you at ease, you in what? You're in security. You at without care and such. And that's how Esau is. He without care and stuff. He don't have to. He's at ease, as we went into. He's in his heaven right now. Okay, so he don't have to worry. We're in our hell. That's what position. Of course, a state and condition. Which we're dealing with nothing but distress at all moments, all times. Even standing here right now is a damn distress because our knees and our bodies is aching. We are surrounded by trash. You know what I mean? This man done made cities and got different departments that's supposed to be taking care of his actual land, but they're not doing it. But they're still taking the so-called money out of your taxes, right? And claiming they're doing it. They're neglecting the whole world, Yeah, read that again from the top.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 65.
Yeah.
And among these nations shalt thou find no ease.
Yeah, so and that all said among these nations. So even going prophetically, we would be scattered amongst the nations. So Israelites would be all amongst all these different nations. Okay? These curses fell upon the children of Israel. Okay, go ahead.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart and a failing of eyes and sorrow of mind.
Damn, that's right, man. Depressing, hey, you always stressed out. Damn, you could be just when you go in the apartment, just lay down or something, you hear a boom, you sitting there like, damn, is somebody about to run in on me or something like that? You know, you never know and stuff. You know, you can have it where you could be caught in a mistaken identity. You have Jakes that been put in, of course, jail for different crimes they didn't commit. You know, but they're just matching. All right, well, we're gonna say he did it. You know, they'll come up with a wick like the Central Park 5. You know, you go into that damn that whole Central Park 5. You can watch it. I watched the movie they got on Netflix. That damn thing made me cry, man. You see that stuff that they done did to them. You know, and I think they done got out, right? Most of them. Some of them might have died and stuff, but like just to see like the false allegations that are placed upon our people and stuff. Hey, that like you could just be walking down the street and they see you. Hey, you, where are you going? Who are you? Huh? Got ID? You know what I mean? Like Esau don't gotta worry about that. Esau over there in West Philly. And a damn paradise and shit, gentrified paradise and shit. I'm looking at the shit, I'm blown away by it. Cause like I say, when I remember West Philly ass ain't what the West Philly is today. They said them Edomites, they could jump on it, like the brother said. You jump on a trolley, nothing but Edomites be on that joint, right? Yep. But if Jake gonna be on the 50 on the L regular the regular Market Frankfurt line. If they, like how the brother said, like, yo, if you get on that and get off at 52nd, you got to worry about wolves around you. But you always still going to have to worry about some wolves everywhere because Jake is always plotting anywhere and scheming anywhere. But you got a better chance in certain situations to take that way where the Edomites going than the other way. Go ahead.
It's like this fine line for where niggas live and where crackers be at.
Right.
Like, once you pass that
So
line, the whole spirit, the whole vibe just changes.
Yeah.
All the trees gone.
Uh-huh.
They knock all the trees down because they don't want you down once you get no fresh air.
The brother just showed me just now. He was like, he showed me a way how we got from one part, basically like suburbs and towns and such, and how it transitioned into being into Philadelphia and city and such. And it was just like, I'm like, what? It's just like that. You just go across and that's it. And it was just all the first thing I got walking by was a short dump. You know, bags of trash, you know, rubbish and litter. Going from that to, you know, you seeing it like open more roads, you know, and it just seemed like everything more ordered, you know. This is all congested, you know, you got people speeding and stuff. In them suburbs, people be cruising. You know, there's a whole spirit behind, like I say, different areas and stuff. Like I said, if they in they fatness of having the fatness, do it heaven. These people at ease, they chilling. Why do I got speed? You know? You know, I'm chilling. I don't have to speed. They don't gotta worry about somebody being cut off because I know that the precinct is right there and the cop somewhere chilling in it. Like, you know, like you go in them townships, they got them. They right there waiting for something. What would be considered minor? That's like major out there and stuff, right? You know, because they don't see no normal general crime like that. Most of them Edomites out there, they armed to the teeth. You go in there, you damn dare go on one of their property and don't think that your ass gonna get blasted.
Yeah, if you see somebody get pulled over by the cops, 9 times out of 10 is a Jake.
Uh-huh. Right. And you never know what Jake into. You know, Jake can be up to no good and stuff. But they still look at us, obviously, with the stain and the tarnish as we wicked or something like that, when they the actual wicked, you know, which makes them damn near, they fucking hypocrites. All right, but yeah. Y'all got another precept?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Matthew chapter 10, verse 16.
Yep.
Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
Yeah, we as amongst as sheep, you know, in the midst of wolves and such. And hey, we know that sheep need leadership, you know, need a shepherd, or they're docile and defenseless and such. A sheep will actually wander off into danger. That's why you gotta have a shepherd there to guide them, you know, to feed them, you know, anoint them with oil, make sure bugs don't trouble them and stuff like that, you know, and get infectious diseases and stuff. Because we know all across this world, hey, this place is infected. You know what I mean? It's infected by Esau Edom being in there, his rulership, his influence. All right? You know, but we in amongst the wolves, predators out here and stuff. You know? Like I said, like, hey, they see Jake see you got something you done work so damn hard for. Like if a Jake see you done bought a computer, like, and then you done work damn near years for this shit. Jake plot, oh man, I'm gonna break in his house and take that and sell it and get some money, or kill you in the process. He might not even get it. He'll kill you just to get it and not even get it, and then sit in jail looking stupid and shit, and then go do it again. They told the one this Jake at my job. He told me about this Jake I was mentioning about. I was like, cause they killed that recent Temple cop. On the force, they said that's the first time that has ever happened. They lost because they had a major that was yesterday. They had a major funeral for him service, and they pretty much shut down most of the major roadway, like the 95 and such. Had a whole procession. I seen like all type of some dudes that served the service look like ex-military, ex-cops. They was like looking down from the 95. You could look from the overpass and such down. And they really affected and stuff. And I was like, yo, this about to get back to that time where they gonna be coming hard on Jake and stuff for being like, basically Jake they fucking animals and beasts out here running around with tools and robbing and shit. They gonna have to blow these Jake away and stuff. But that's the time we going into anyway.
Yeah, Yeah, but Jake got better weapons than the police.
Yeah,
they got fully automatic weapons with 50 rounds in them. They shoot 50 rounds in probably like 2 seconds.
Right. And Jake, this story, I mentioned that, and then I said like how, remember them days, remember in Philly when they was killing all them cops? Yep. And then it was like 5-6 cops got killed and shit. And then I had mentioned the one, he was like, yeah, I knew that dude. He had just did 10 years and he came out of jail. And then he went right, not even long after, and shot that cop. And then in the midst, he said he wasn't going back to jail. These Jake don't even want to serve out their punishment for their sins and shit, their wickedness that they do.
See, the so-called white man got a backpack that can carry 500 rounds of bullets.
A backpack?
A backpack?
A backpack?
Yes, it can shoot 500 rounds.
What?
Yes.
That's crazy. That's technology. Yeah.
They got heart attack guns.
Yeah.
See, niggas they may have like, let's just say your Uzis or guns or semi-automatic pistols or shit like that. But the white man got shit that's much worse. He got shit that can blow up your whole block.
Yeah.
You got a team. That's more important than one damn gun.
Right.
One damn team. Come after you.
Strategically.
Yeah.
Surgically. Yeah, like they don't just go like when they be serving these warrants and stuff for these different criminals and stuff. This shit be like one at the front. They got a team. They surrounded the damn whole property. Jake don't know it. They already done investigated Jake. They know about his warehouse. They gonna know you in the streets and stuff. You don't think Jake? It tell you in the book of Psalm 64. He searched out, his whole heart is deep. Brother probably can get that. You gotta understand this man. He saw Edom as a damn fucking cunning hunter. Okay, you don't think he gon'? Oh yeah, man, I finally got him. Yes, I got the catch. And they come as a team, and they come to bring you down. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
They come as a team. And they got information on all the guys that they getting.
Mm-hmm.
All these niggas that they getting, they already have them in the books anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They come strategically. They come silently. You ain't gonna know when they coming through. Like these are actual trained killers. Niggas think.
Yeah. Oh, seeking he made the vow. Get that precept. Yeah.
Niggas think they killers, man. You know what I'm saying? People you got dudes that actually train for this shit. They actually train to kill people. Like these niggas, because if you got guns, all of a sudden you this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas they don't know what they're getting themselves into.
They got task force. They got SWAT. You know what I mean? Whatever way, bomb squad. I've been on these different like I say, these facilities where they got K9 units, all type of shit. They got a whole building headquarters, the headquarters for this. And they got and they sitting there all day. I see these damn Edomites. They come in these, and like I said, most Edomites, they driving damn near damn near like military vehicles. They got these heavy pickup trucks, Jeeps, and all of that. And then, hey, it ain't nothing for them to execute your ass even off duty. You in the way with the damn Esau Edom, he like, man, fuck this damn Jake. He don't know who I am. He gonna blow your ass away. Get what he asked for? Yeah.
1 Peter 5, verse 8.
Right.
Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour.
Right. So you gotta be sober. You gotta be in your right mind, and you gotta watch. You know, and be mindful, man, because the devil, which is the accuser, all right, which is Esau Edom, all right, the physical counterpart for the spiritual demon Satan. He go about as a roaring lion, all right, seeking me and devour. All right. Hey, this man, of course, they said like the lion is the king of the jungle. Like I said, Esau Edom, he the fucking king right now. He the damn hammer of the earth.
Yep.
He also known. There's another type one I'm trying to get.
Sword.
Yeah, he's a sword. Huh?
Apex.
Apex. You know. Damn, it's another term I'm trying to get. But he got this. He got the advantage. Okay. Because he's the devil, and the Lord gave him this blessing, man. You know, and he gonna come with accusation, categorical. He gonna come with his great sword. You know, as it tell you what. Also, in Revelation 12 and 12. You know. Yeah, you can get it. If you got another precept in the midst. No?
Real quickly.
All right, go ahead.
Matthew 26 and 52. It says, Then said Yahushua unto him, Put up again thy sword into its place.
Right? This going referring to Peter.
Yeah.
All right.
It says, For all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword.
Right, and that tells you that's major. Yahushua said that. They that take up that sword, you want to go with that more. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go and kill everything. You know, you gonna perish. That's a judgment that come with it, man. So you really don't want to be in that stock. Instead, to be trusting in thy sword. All right. We gotta get that precept in some of your Psalms. Trust not in my bow. All right. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, Khan. Verse 53. Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels?
Right. Which Yahushua had that power. You know, Yahushua has, of course, the power, you know, the spiritual power, you know, and ability to bring forth legions. Like, which there in the Roman army, you had different amounts of legions and such, you know, different amount, but over in the thousands and such, tens of thousands, 8,000, etc. You go into the number if you want, you know. But like Yahushua could obviously have, you know, bring down. Look, what the power of the right hand is stronger than the left. One angel could destroy what? Everything, you know, the earth and all that, right? So if even Yahushua even telling you, look, and Yahushua wavered, right? He knew his mission. What more we gotta know? We hearing the instruction. It told us to be sober and be vigilant. All right. We also get the precept in what's that? Sirach, the 9th chapter. Keep thee far from those that have the sword, the power to kill. We get that one too. Keep if you Malak, you get it, and then you finish reading what you got. Get it?
Yeah.
Sirach. Yeah, you don't need that too. You'll get you got it?
Yeah.
All right, and then you gonna get this precept. It's Sirach, I think 9. All right. Right here. It's 9 and 13. Yep. Go ahead.
Verse, it says Matthew 26
9 and 13.
and 54.
Yep.
But how then shall the scriptures be fulfilled that thus it must be?
Yeah. See, because he knew, of course, the will. All right, is of course the what? Yahushua was the sacrificial lamb. All right, for what? The nation of Israel. He had to die, of course, for his sins, of course, that he committed in past reincarnation, but also the sins of the nation of Israel. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, and you Israelite foreigners and such. All right? If we go attack what? The Roman, because what was it? Roman centurion, what went and went to go Smith off the ear, right? If we go, we go like these Sakari dudes and stuff. All these dudes, they want to be heavily armed and act like they gonna take down as zealots, take down the Roman Empire. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to be at this current time. We're what? As to be what? Sheep amongst wolves, right? It said, "Wait on me until I rise against the prey." All right. We of course gotta wait for Yahushua. We're not in that time right now. Okay? We know that, of course, the saints is going to take the kingdom, but the saints gonna take the kingdom by the way of Yahweh Shai leading that. Okay? Everything being done decently in order. All right?
Yeah, that was it.
Yep. Now get that, and then
Psalms 44, verse 4, but the point is in 6.
yep.
Thou art my king, O power. Command deliverance for Jacob.
Right. This is thou art my king. All right, or Malak. Thou art thou, yep. Malak. Yeah. All right, yep.
Verse 5, through thee will I push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us.
Right, that's all through Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, it said through. It didn't say on my own. Yeah, I'm just gonna go down and trade. Which but King David was a mighty, valiant warrior and such. Okay, which slew thousands, 10,000s and more and such. You have a valiant warrior saying that it's not through myself I'm gonna do these things. How we get, of course, these things is through Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Read it back from the top, from 4, because it's just so good. I love this one.
Psalms 44, verse 4.
Right.
Thou art my king, O power.
Yeah, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is our king. And we dealing with the king of terrorists. We dealing with, of course, the man of, Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Yahweh is his name. All right? So, of course, if that's our king, hey, I can trust in the best man, all right, of all military might, Yahweh Tazabah, the Lord of all the armies, rather than I'm just some dude with some gun and that's not, no, hell no. I don't care how many niggas you can get and rouse up. Oh, we gonna go and take down East. No way. Go ahead.
Command deliverance for Jacob.
Yeah, command which the Lord has ordered deliverance for Yaquab, Jacob, you Israelites, starting with the elect. All right? Because 2/3 is going to get slewed and mowed down here as the mire in the streets. Okay? Because they don't want to repent and listen to this word. Go ahead.
Through thee will we push down our enemies.
Right. Through thee will we push down our enemies. Through Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Get the order and understand. Anybody trying to say, oh, yeah, you need to have a ladder on your hip and walk around and that's your protection. I got to live by the sword. No. No way. Go ahead.
Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us.
And through thy name, the Lord's majestic, powerful name, which through, of course, the Lord's name, all is possible and such. Okay? More powerful than any name that exists. Ain't nothing comparable to Yahweh. Ain't nothing compared to the name Hashem, Yahweh Shai. All right? Nothing. Nothing is incomparable. All right, go ahead to the next verse.
Verse 6, for I will not trust in my bow,
right?
Neither shall my sword save me.
He will not trust in his bow, meaning what? Of course, King David, skilled with a bow, arrow, and such. That's a weapon. All right, he's telling I'm not going to put my safety, my actual dependence within that. All right, in which we can't do that either. All right, simple as that. Just because, because Jake out here, I seen at the, I was on Torresdale again. Right, no, Torresdale Avenue, they got this gun shop. I see a bunch of Jake just over there looking like they trying to get their permits and reload on ammo and stuff. That ain't gonna help you in these times. No way. You know what I mean? Look, you not only gotta worry about other Jake invading you, you're gonna have to worry about other heathen. Everybody, even the only heathen, they gonna turn. Every people gonna turn to their own people. But you gotta worry about obviously Esau eating the sword itself. Who dealing with that? You actually gonna fight the sword? Who the Lord actually made? We gonna have to get that? What's that? Ezekiel? The sword. It's Ezekiel. Maybe what? I'm not sure if it's 9. The sword is polished.
21.
Yeah, get that one. All right. And then you finished with that?
So I got one more verse. But thou hast, verse 7. But thou hast saved us from our enemies.
Yeah.
And hast put them to shame that hated us.
Yeah, that's right. And hey. Even past and future tense, the Lord has saved us and delivered us from our enemies and such. All right? Look how he delivered us out of Egypt and such. All right? And gave us, of course, Yashal, Israel. All right? Land of Canaan. All right? Taking it from them damn wicked Canaanites and such and giving it unto us and such. Look how the Lord can just do that too. All right, y'all ship out. This is ours. That's who I want to deal with. I want to deal with a power that can that can ship people out and take over. And that's who we dealing with. Because if we're the Lord's battle axes and weapons of war, But through him, we gonna do it. You know what I mean? That's who the power I want to serve, because I know I can't do nothing without him. You know what I mean? And I can clearly see that. We in this wicked, wretched flesh and stuff that goes off and such. How the hell I'm going to expect to even trust in my own self when my mind is desperately wicked? You know what I mean? No way. We can't even trust in our own thinking. Okay? The Lord actually put the actual instruction, the way to think in there. You know? And that's why we got to get programmed with the new bodies so that, hey, we can be delivered from even, like I said, being subject to our own thoughts and stuff. We're going to have perfect thoughts and perfection, all right, in the kingdom. All right? Yeah.
Ezekiel 21, verse 8.
Yep.
Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus said the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished.
Right, man. You know, you sharpen a sword and stuff, man. You making that thing extra sharp, man. You get you a whetstone, you know, you get you a file or something. You getting that thing extra sharp so it can do, of course, what? It can efficiently cut through something. All right? Go ahead.
It is sharpened to make a sword slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter.
Mm-hmm.
Should we then make mirth?
Right, should we then make mirth? Especially if, as we gonna go into what? Also, thou art, though Assyrian is going to as a sword. Being the modern day Assyrians being, of course, the Edomites. All right, go ahead.
It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree.
Keep going.
And he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer.
Right, man. And we know that slayer is, of course, what? Esau, Edom. All right? It's to be handled. The Lord ain't had this man get this power and this, like you said, this ability for nothing, to be a cunning, made him to be a cunning hunter and such. That's for nothing. He ain't make them some nuclear missiles, not just for nothing. He ain't give them the mind of the different German scientists to create the nuclear missile just for nothing. All right? It's to be handled, and it's to be handled for the Lord's purpose, to bring forth, of course, what? Judgment.
Yep.
All right? And harsh judgment, sword judgment, as it said. Okay?
Yep.
No, when we go to, what is it? You still in the, what's that, 9? No, oh, when you go to 9th chapter, we're going to go to that too. You know, there's a great judgment that's going to be going down to Israelites and such without that without that mark of exemption. All right? Keep reading where you at.
God. Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people.
Right?
It shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Tears by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh.
Right, man. So, hey, it's so much damn judgment and stuff, man. Hey, it tells us to be in mourning. The amount of judgment is going to be out here, like I said, it's going to be hard to even bear. You know, but we're going to have the spirit of Yakalba Page. You know, the Lord has been hardening us in our minds this whole time. He equipping us with the book. He giving us the vision so we can know what to even see. You know what I mean? Through the spirit and stuff. You know? But the Lord, he said the crowd crying how, you know, to be basically in lamentation and lament. You know, because, hey, the amount of, it say that many have been created, but a few shall be saved. All right? You know, the Lord going to bring forth death to many that have, tasted of his benefit and not known him. All right? The Lord Yakalba Page, like I said, is the king of terrors. All right? And he going to bring forth your worst nightmare. All right?
Ezekiel 9 and 4.
Yeah, get the 9 and 4, and then we're going to progress. Yep.
Ezekiel 9 verse 4.
Right.
And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Right. Look, this mark is a tawab. It's not setting a chip or, like, you know, dudes don't understand to go into the meaning of words. They just see English. Remember, the Bible is translated from the Hebrew, Latin, Greek, and such. All right, we had the English of the day. All right, King James and such. All right, which is Israelite. All right, that mark there goes back to the Hebrew word, which is tawab, which is a mark of exemption and such. All right, this ain't, and it's from judgment. This ain't talking about sharat or cutting in the flesh and such. This is spiritual. All right, you know, we had the names of Yakalba Page within our organs, within our minds and such. You know, Yakalba Page actually set us apart wholly for his purpose. All right.
And we go into that word on exemption, it means immunity.
Yeah, immunity, man. Like if you exempt, like you exempt employee, apparently they say, you know, hey, you exempt from, like, if you're a non-exempt employee and such. If I'm non-exempt, I'm non-union, you know, I'm not immune to losing my job. You know, where you have these different unions, they kind of like basically guarantee you will have work and stuff like that, and they'll fight for it and blah, blah, blah. You know, we want to have, of course, that immunity through Yahalba Shemel.
Yeah, and even in this kingdom, you know, the diplomats here, when they visit this country, they have something called diplomatic immunity.
Yeah.
So they're exempt from the laws and judgment of the common man. And that's what it's going into. We're going to be exempt from judgment.
Yep, that's right, man. You know, no matter where we go, because remember, we are ambassadors for Yahweh Shai. We are coming on behalf of Yahweh Shai, you know, here on earth today. Okay? We are representing the light, the knowledge of Yahweh Shai, you know, to the people and such. Of course, you know, hey, what did Yahweh Shai get? You know, Yahweh Shai, you know, he got the kingdom. You know, and us being joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, we get the kingdom as well and such, which is beautiful. You know, but hey, Yahweh Shai had basically a immunity, you know, as well. You know, hey, go ahead.
Keep going.
Yeah. Slate. Yeah. No, you got the slate.
Yeah, I'm keep going. Verse 5. And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite.
Right. And speaking this instruction to angels, which angels, they play out, of course, judgment here on earth. They actually are given, of course, the orders to play out whatever the Lord will is. All right? It's sent. They messengers. They do the work of the Lord. Okay? Mala'at, right? Malakah. Yeah, slap. All right? That's what they do. All right? They do, of course, the judgments of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, which, hey, the Lord, he have counsels. Hey, do this, and they go and do it. They don't rebel against his word. All right, go ahead.
Let not your eyes spear, neither have ye pity.
Yeah, don't have no pity. Don't have no mercy and such. All right? Just go and do it, because a lot of times, like I say, somebody, like, you know, you have it as like a human and stuff. They might have some compassion and stuff. You tell them to do something. All right, yeah, I want you to go and slew everybody. Don't leave nothing. Jake, like, nah, man, I see somebody looking weak. I'm not going to go slew that person. That person to grow up and be a damn killer. You could have slew him right then and there. All right? Yahweh Shemel Shai know he got a perfect angel. He got a perfect message to do his work. All right, go ahead.
Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children.
Right, and another point, angels are what? They're judges. Okay? Go ahead.
And women, but come not near any man upon who is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house.
Right, the sanctuary of the Lord is the Israelites. Okay? We are the tabernacle of the Lord. All right? You know? Who even, you have the Esau-Edom, you know, you read about in Revelation, who even Esau has blasphemed against and such. His name, his tabernacle. Your brother could probably get that precept. What's that, in Revelation? Is that the 13th chapter?
What is that?
Blaspheme against, basically like the angels. I think it's Revelation 13. Get it? It's, yeah, you got it?
Gone. It says, Revelation 13 and 5.
Yep.
And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things.
Right. And of course,
blasphemies.
that's Esau was given also a mouth speaking great things. You know, you see, you know, Esau, you know, with his pseudoscience and stuff, his knowledge and stuff. This man boasts so much things and stuff, you know, and wickedness and such against the Lord. Okay. Like I said, this man's heart is prideful against the Lord to the point where he think he is the Lord. All right, go ahead.
Gone. It says, Revelation 13 and 5, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
Right, you know, for a period of time. Now, the blaspheme goes into slandering against the word. Okay, which, hey, do Esau his philosophy? This man, I mean, he tells you that you can be any type of gender that you want to be. you can be and do as thou wilt and such, not as the Lord Yahweh Shai has commanded for us. All right, those are blaspheming. That's blaspheming. All right, and those are blasphemous statements. All right, when he tell you that a woman can usurp authority over a man, she can be leading the household. All right, she don't need a man. She can be liberated and liberal from a man. All right, when they tell you as a man, you don't have to be masculine. You don't have to have the virtues of the Lord. You don't have to have the right conduct. Go ahead.
That's why you got dudes wearing skinny jeans.
Yeah,
you can't
dude.
reason with guys.
Yeah, man. And dude sitting there, he walking with twig. Like it seemed like two of his legs is sitting in one pant leg. That's how the skinny jeans be looking, right?
Yep.
You be like, damn, and like I said, his whole form, it's like damn near leggings. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell are you doing and stuff? Whole body is out and stuff. Esau made that shit normal, boy. Jake actually was thinking that shit, and Jake think it's hot.
Yeah, and then they got shit, these things, these dreadlocks and shit locks that go all the way down to their waist.
Yeah, all the way down.
Long shit.
Right? Just for the point, bring that out. Get the law with the I'll tell you the what it say?
It says long hair is a shame unto
Yeah, get that in Corinthians and such. All right, and then pertaining to a man, get that precept. Man shouldn't wear woman's garment, so forth and so forth. Get those two precepts and stuff. But these are key. Look, these are key precepts that when you come into the knowledge of being an Israelite, this is something that, like I say, has been heavily pushed upon us to be like, oh yeah, you need to be metrosexual. That's what's in. Oh, you need to be all, like I say, like, yeah, we be trimmed up and such, but like not like how the fashion of this world have it, where you weak, you don't even got a damn beard on your face. If you got Jake literally, this dude going jet setting his one Benjamite and stuff. He going to jet set. He gonna say, I'm gonna go get me a liner. Me have to get a liner. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You can grow a full beard. You gotta trim that up. And when he even trims it up, it's crooked. I'm like, you look stupid. You look like damn near like a Hitler. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, dude, like, you crazy, and I already told you the law, but hey, this is why you gonna have certain people gonna get destroyed. Jake 2/3 gonna get destroyed here in Babylon the Great America. They don't want to listen to instructions. All right, y'all got the law. This is important. This is important to know, because you got Israelites out here. They want to come to the knowledge of being an Israelite, but then they don't want to adopt the ancient customs of being an Israelite, having an actual image of what? Of the heavenly. How Yahweh Shai set us in order to be. Instead, they want to be in the fashion that Esau, Edom, the Greeks, the Romans, all right, which is normal, shave your face. To be as an Egyptian, the heathen, normally to shave off all your hair and such like that. You know? No. Make baldness on your heat and stuff like that. Go ahead.
Go and just
Yeah.
the law first. Deuteronomy.
Yeah, get the law and then my law. Yeah.
So first,
Well, yeah.
yeah,
Well, no. Let Kaya, but then you go. Yeah, it'll go right into it. Go ahead, stop.
Go and just Deuteronomy 22:5.
Yep.
It says, the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Right? If you look across the street, that chick, she got on trousers. Trousers are with zips. Those are for men. Even look, she look like pretty much, if you see her gait, how she's walking, it don't look good. Is anything feminine in that gait, that girl across the street? No. You know, that's like probably Edomite walking across the street. You know, short hair, you know. She should have long hair. She probably cut it off. Want to be, look, yeah, spirit. Spirit talk, like, yeah, the spirit talk. You know what I mean? She's supposed to have, of course, long hair. And her head supposed to be covered, you know. That's all of order and stuff. Look, about to come over. Look, can't even get it. The spirit coming. I go Hashem by Hashem, Yahweh Hashem, Hashem, Kagadush. Halak, which is walk. He gave a rebuke for that demon to walk. I rebuke thee, Satan, in the name of Yahweh Hashem, Hashem, Kagadush. She out of order. Yeah, you see, look. They can, it ain't even, like I said, we speak in the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. The spirits, even if, like I said, my mouth don't even project that far, that spirit knows exactly what we're talking about. It's a spirit with what we call, it's a vibe that's coming out. We putting out that light. They can feel it. Like, look, she said, what the fuck is he saying about? I can't do that. They don't want this order. Look, and that's to show you that's an Edomite, or even if that's a wicked Jake Israelite foreigner. They know, this is proven they don't want the actual conformity within the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. They'd rather be wicked. Go ahead.
It says the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Right? She had a damn trench coat and shit. Them coats and all that looking like that and stuff. That's more for a man. Like, you see, like, she had even like the get like, yeah. Nah, man. Put on like something, like a dress or something, you know? Go ahead.
It said neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Right, and a man shouldn't be putting on these other articles of clothing which pertain onto, of course, a woman and stuff. I shouldn't see no damn post of John Cena in a damn skirt. That was ridiculous. Stockings and stuff. Seeing these damn, what's his name? Kurt Cobain and the dude, Kid Cudi, mimicking what Kurt Cobain did. Dude, Kurt Cobain, they was being wicked and stuff. Listening to Esau, yeah, man, you know, you'll get better fame if you embrace, you know, the whole androgynous agenda and stuff. Okay? You get more power, man. And then we see, look, it only repeats itself. We see how, like I say, it perpetuates this wickedness, progresses to the point where, like, you had like this damn. I was in the laundromat. This chick sitting there talking about some. Yeah, you know, like in the future, there's not gonna really be any genders like that. And I'm like, damn, you don't really want man or woman. And that's pretty much. He wanted to be like, literally contrary to how Yahweh Shemashai wanted. The man being the head, the woman being under. No, he wanted to be like damn near all mixed up in confusion and stuff. You know, part man, part woman, confusion, Babylonian. Man having a woman, like man that was born a woman, but they have a man genitalia, all type of confusion, take hormones and stuff. We done made it, and then it can be identified as a qualifying as would make it whatever gender it wants to choose. It can be they, him, shim. You know, it could be her, his. What they got like these different gender pronouns and stuff. It's confusion, plural. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, you want to be identified as their, her.
Get those precepts. Cheerleaders, turning and things
upside down shall be esteemed in the potter's clay. And Isaiah.
And then you know, he had given up the natural use.
Yeah. Get that. That's in Romans.
As like I said, that's all. There's so many. Those are all the signs that show us the state that we're in.
Isaiah.
You know, we knew that was going to happen on a great scale. That wickedness is going to increase, and people are going to give up the natural use.
Yeah.
And it's so normalized, right? I was watching, like, it's kind of off topic, but on topic. I was watching a little Joe Rogan podcast, and they were going into Andrew Tate, and they were basically going into Andrew Tate's persona, and they were basically, saying, oh, it's just a persona, and but it's really just toxic masculinity. And they're trying to they were playing the fence on it because they didn't want to just come out and say that, they think that he's right with some things. Because they basically say, he's not totally wrong with what he's saying. It's just, it's just that toxic masculinity. Mm-hmm. And he says that women are property, but they basically don't want. They're moving to that new age agenda, and they're trying to push that new age agenda. Because back in the day, yes, women were property, but now things are kind of being switched upside down.
Yep.
And they're trying to make it they're demoralizing actual men.
Yep.
And trying to make it, having them put on dresses, having them be so-called in touch with their feminine side, even though that's all against the scriptures, like the brother brought out. Brought that out, that it's against the Most High's law.
Yeah.
And His commandments. And you shouldn't be reveling in that and promoting that and laughing at it, saying, oh, that's, because they'll do it as a joke. And it's not funny, man.
Yeah, man.
Man shouldn't be putting on a woman's garment for no reason.
Yeah, that's deeply satanic.
Yep.
Left hand side, man.
Yeah, the brother Dabaq goes in all the time. That it's basically like shit. Like when you put yourself on a public shame or whatnot. What's that called?
Humiliation.
Yeah, humiliation rituals and stuff like that. Not the one out.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, man.
But yeah, get those precepts.
Yep. Yep. You got that, Shirley?
Oh yeah, I can stun it off.
All right.
It says, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord Yahweh thy power.
Right. Abomination being detestable detestable to the Lord and such, man. The Lord does not like that, man. He disdains that stuff, man. You know? Do you want to be abominable? No, I don't want to be abominable, you know, from the Lord, the Creator. You know, I want to, of course, go by the Creator's order, you know, his, of course, making, all right? Not to go against it. But that's all what, of course, you know, on the left-hand side, they know this, and they know the power that comes with it, and they just come with Satan, the spiritual demon, and that catapulting you to the top here in this world, but get you destroyed, right? Judgment, okay? What? What she said? Islam? Go back. We not Islamic.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing. These damn fools, the volume, you kind of see, like she don't even know what's going on. Like seriously, like she driving a Hyundai and West Philly, like going nowhere. Like
probably going to Kennywood and
right. We're wearing, like I said, garments down to the foot, right, with fringes on it. You're not doing that in Islam, all right? You know, and we're speaking the word. You don't see no Islam dudes on the highways and hedges and stuff like this. That's not in them to be. They're not even prophets. Okay, simple as that. We're the prophets of Yahweh Shemashah. We were commanded to go out there on the highways and hedges to bid them unto the narrow. All right. She just ignorant and demonic, just as that other woman that wanted to come step, like she was gonna step to us like a man. Are you serious? She had to think of that due to spirit. Oh, what the hell? I put I went on that not carnal tip and put out that rebuke, the spiritual, which we're not carnal men, and it rebuked her and had them that spirit walk the fuck down the street, which they got multiple spirits on them anyway. Not even one. Go ahead.
A lot of people assume because you don't eat pork or you don't eat shrimp, lobsters, crabs, you know what I'm saying, you got a beard on your face, you're a little rough.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you are Islamic,
Yeah.
you're Muslim.
Them dudes
they always do that. Like, yo, you Muslim?
No.
You must be a Muslim. You don't like pork?
Nah.
Like, nah, I'm allergic to pork. If you ain't think I'm allergic to pork.
But
Muslims, they eat seafood. They eat shrimp and lobster.
Yeah, they eat
and crabs.
They eat things with they eat like the ones that have fins. They eat ones that don't have fins and scale. You know? And that's a big major difference between us as the Israelites in that religion, all right, of Islam and such, which was modeled only after, of course, us.
Version.
Right. You know? And then, like I said, what people really link that with is what? Terrorism and such, right? Which they just view us as terrorists. Go ahead.
Yeah, everything is a big game to people until it's really not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff that we do, when we come out here in the freezing cold, we're not joking around. Like we're not out here for our health.
Right.
We're out here because we're actually trying to be saved and we're not trying to get caught up in the bullshit that's coming.
Right. Islam
these
ain't
people, they look at this as being a joke, saying, oh, you Muslim. Like, come on, what kind of disrespect is that? That's disrespectful.
Which, hey, we know that, you know, one to them that, and I say even more if I preach not the gospel, and then also I would say, you know, we know that offenses don't come, and we know that people are going to be against, of course, the prophets as they were against Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is pushing out nothing but light. You know, you had of its own people was against some scribes and wicked scribes and Pharisees and such were going against Yahweh Shai and such. And they knew the law, statutes, commandments and stuff. These people actually know what we about. Go back to Islam. They don't want us to go and be into our actual way of life and living. They want us to go to the, like I said, the Islam that come out of the Roman Catholic Church anyway. You know, that comes out of the what is it? Unclean. What's it? Revelation 16. Escapes me at this time. Unclean. I get it, but yeah, that comes out of the Roman Catholic Church and such, you know. And like I say, people can tell that. I mean, I know that people definitely can tell that I'm not into no damn Islam and stuff. They damn near niggas. They just regular niggas and stuff. With, like I said, they just, me, a Philly nigga that into Islam, all he might do is go to a halal shop, right? He might go to a halal, you know, so-called permissible, you know, food place, you know, it been sacrificed unto Allah, all right, which is an idol, all right, and such. And like I say, certain things such as you know, wearing a beard. Some of them I've seen Islam, they don't even have beards on their face. Some of the different sects and stuff. You know, and then I ask them certain questions. I'm like, about the women. Nah, they catapult their woman above them and stuff in certain cases and stuff. Nah, my wife, no. You know, and then they got, obviously, they got blasphemies within Islam too. You know, with Mary worship and all that. Go ahead.
Having a beard on your face isn't supposed to be like a fashion statement.
Unclean.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes that be having beards, getting them lined up, they do it just to impress the chick, the women. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to impress women and shit like that. These beards on our face, this isn't a fashion statement. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the law. It's part of what makes us a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I mean, in a sense, like it is a fashion statement in the form of that it is to have a man of a manly, like you said, it's a badge of manly dignity, right? But not like how these dudes, they have a beard on their face. You know, they on some metrosexual type tip. You see they line it up all crazy. Look at Fat Joe. Look at his shit, his lineup so fucking sharp. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing, dude? The lineup so sharp and shit. I'm like, dude, like you look like a damn character. He like a damn character and shit. That's not the way the Lord set us up to be. They had the beard, but the shit lined the fuck up. You done marred it, destroyed it. Like, dude, what are you doing? So
like dudes will cut their beard because they don't connect.
Yeah.
Guys don't really connect like that. But
Remember the dude that came, the old Israelite that he said he was part of, he might have been in ISBK or One West or something?
He said his name was Monagan.
Yeah, Monagan. He had a Hebrew name and everything. Didn't believe in the chip. The elders, it could be anything. Dude, whatever, dude. The dude had his dang lined up. He made a goatee out of his dang and he could grow a full beard. What is that? What is that? Yeah. Tell me, what is that? Why are you doing that? And he giggled and smiled when the brother could, brother, his whole mouth could, because we said to him and something, what we had, like, yo, what about your beard?
And now it's funny because, like, when we asked him, like, he basically was saying, you know, I just be fixing it up.
Fixing it up?
There, like.
You done lined it up, dude.
Get the law.
Yeah, get it. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
Right, go ahead. If you, brother, could go into that word for mar. All right. But go ahead. What you was going to say in your statement?
Yeah, no lineups. Pretty much no lineups.
Yeah. But mar, like, going to destroy that joint, man. Go ahead. Brother going to get in the interlinear and stuff real quick. But yeah, like, I don't want to be seeing no Jake. Like I said, I always put Fat Joe. You know, you think of all the Jakes when, you know, they on TV and stuff. They all lined up and stuff. Like I said, you look at, like I remember when I was in the world and stuff, I used to look at that rapper what's his name, Stally? Forget his name, Stally or something like that. He had the beard. He had the beard and stuff, but he was in the Islam. He had the big, like, because it kind of like, he from Ohio. And like, you know, in Philly, like I said, they got this, you know, the whole Muslim thing and shit. You see the dudes with the beard and stuff, you more equate that to being like a man and being rough and stuff like that. But the lineup, no, that's not rough. That's effeminate. It's a lack of faith. You ain't believe in the words of the Lord and his actual laws that tell you to actually not do that. All right? You actually believe in the world, if I don't do this, I'm be seen as, weak. Or, you not unkept. All right, go ahead.
It's crazy because I went, lineups is like a big thing amongst niggas. Like I went to this one barber, and out of the 20 plus years that he's been cutting hair, I'm the only guy that he's never given me lineups.
Yeah, and he always want to. He probably like, let me just. Get that razor.
It's like, damn.
Yeah.
Out of the 20 plus years that you've been cutting hair, only one guy, which is being me.
Yep.
I'm the only guy that don't ask for lineups.
Yeah.
That don't want no lineups. That tells you something.
Yeah, that tell you, that tell you how much of a Greekish fashion this man done put this world into, man. How Jake already done embraced these different ways and customs that are not ours as if they are ours. Where you have a Jake actually go and be like, all right, I don't want no lineup. Just cut my hair. You know, just trim it up. That's it. That's all I want. You know? I cut my own damn hair, man. I'm not really vain. I don't really care. Like, I'm not running, girl, I need to look good for the girl. The ladies don't give a fuck if they get, you gotta think of what that girl really wants you for. You know, is it really for me? Nah, no, it's for the money. You know, or the status. You know, she get around me. Like I said, and I know it. You know, cause I was that same rough, like same how we used to be. Obviously. But then when I started embracing, all right, no, like say like I had a woman, then I started embracing, all right, I'm not going, which I never used to really do it, but you had at times, oh yeah, I gotta go in, we gotta go certain, let me trim it. Oh, can you just trim it a little bit? Yeah, you can trim, but no, not line it up. You know what I mean? Oh, she don't like it, nah. Oh, you grow your hair like an afro and stuff, They don't like that. You know, some of them, hey, they don't like that. You look as being unkept and ungroomed and stuff. They even tell you that with various jobs and stuff. You can't get certain jobs if you have a beard, you gotta cut that off. If you work in certain hospitality and stuff, like I say, they don't really want, like I said, that hair to go into the food or whatever you're dealing with and stuff like that. Oh, it just looked better and more professional. What? You know what I mean? So, hey, you know, we gonna get into it. Like I say, how, you know, these particular Edomites like Alexander and stuff, and these different Romans and stuff, they were evil and wicked and stuff, and that's their actual ways. That's not our ways, and the scripture tells us not to learn the way of the heathen. All right? And be not oppressive.
Don't get into the words.
Yes, like.
Yep. It says for round.
Oh, did you go into the word for round?
Round first. Ask for round first.
Round?
Yeah.
Okay,
Then mar.
Round. It says naquap.
What?
It says to strike up, to go around, compass.
Mm-hmm.
It says to make the round.
Yeah. You know, you ain't supposed to be lining that head up and stuff, like it said, striking it off and stuff. All right?
Yep. And then it says, slut. It says cut down, destroy.
Destroy. Right? Destroy. You know.
What's the Hebrew word for round?
Round?
Naquap.
Naquap. What was it? How you say it?
Naquap.
Oh. Naquap and Napa?
No, naquap.
Naquap?
Yeah.
Like,
naquap.
With a
pa.
Yeah, okay, Naquap. Naquap and Napa.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Naquap.
Naquap. Yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah, man. You know, with Jake, they strike it off. Jake want to walk around with baldies and stuff. They could grow hair. They want to have a baldy and stuff, right? Oh, yeah, man. Dude, stop. Just stop, man. Nope.
What the scripture means is when you're not supposed to line your hair up. So if you line your hair up, or you, how they used to do it, they used to have like a mohawk, where they would shave the sides of their head.
Yeah, like a heathen.
And cut it, it was a heathen hairstyle.
Yep.
So they would change the natural contour and make it round or a different shape than what it naturally is. And that's what it means by don't cut it off and round it.
Yeah.
Don't round it, square it, shorten it. All right. You're supposed to, if you want to cut your hair, just cut it down.
Yeah.
Don't change the contour of your hairline, or round it or changing the shape. All right.
Yeah,
Go to Mar. Is that the same word or is it a different word?
Yeah, it says more. It says shachath. It says to destroy, corrupt. To be marred, spoiled, corrupted, ruined. It says pervert.
Corrupt.
So destroy.
Yeah.
That's the beard, right?
Yeah, beard for beard.
Your beard is a zaquan, right? Zaquana? What is
Yes,
that?
zaquan.
Yeah, zaquan is a beard. Also, same word meaning elder, right? Or ancient, right? Zaquan. Yeah,
Yep.
when you read into that Hebrew definition too, you know. Hey, and a lot of times too, when you attribute knowledge and wisdom, you think of a man that have a beard, right? You know, Yahweh Shai, he had a beard, he had woolly hair, okay? Yahweh Shai wasn't as what they show you with Cesare Borgia with no beard, right? He got, you know, like I say, they got some of them damn Benjamites. They'll go and make they think Yahweh Shai had dreadlocks, and it be lined up too. No, Yahweh Shai.
The Rastafari don't do that.
Yeah.
They don't. They just grow their beard out. But go into beard. Read
Yeah.
beard. The word beard, not
Go.
beard. Mar.
More?
The word mar means you don't shave off your beard. All right. You can trim it down. All right. The beard. All right. Read the word mar again.
Go on. It says for the word more, it says shachat. It says to destroy, to be marred,
Generate.
and then getting. It says to lose, mar, destroy.
That's acceptable. All right. So you're not supposed to shave your beard off. All right. If you want to trim your beard, you can trim your beard, but you're supposed to still have hair on your face above a 5 o'clock shadow, because a 5 o'clock shadow is not within our custom to have a 5 o'clock shadow. You still have hair on your face, but that's not a custom to us to look like that. Unless we just got broke a vow, the vow of the Nazarite, then you shave all the hair off your head, everything off your head, the beard, eyebrows, head. Then you break the vow of the Nazarite, and then you grow your hair back. But beyond that, you just trim your beard. All right, you get scripture where it says, but pull the hair, or pull the beard, pull, P-O-L-L, I think it is. I haven't looked it up in a while. All right, so it's not lawful if you're a Hebrew Israelite to shave your beard off. All right, so you cannot get shape ups, you cannot get heathen type hairstyles where you shortening your hair, or high top fade, where you destroy the size of your head and you have the hair up on the top, any variation in between.
Yeah.
All right.
Then
You look like a heathen.
Yep.
All right, that's not if you're not accustomed to wear hair like that.
Yeah.
real quick, I have the word for corner. It says it's a Hebrew word pa'at. It says edge, side, quarter, extremity. So the side, the edges of your head. That's what that word goes into when you get cornered.
Yeah, that's how the priest described it. All right. So we're giving you the interpretation. All right. So if you shave your beard, you can't be in the camp.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
You may even they said make no baldness upon the head too.
Yeah.
Right. So if you going bald and you don't want people to see your bald spot, you can't. Ain't nothing you can do that. You can wear a turban, you wear a bandana, or you just keep your hair cut low. Right. But you're not supposed to shave the rest of your hair off because you miss your hair on the top of your head or your hairline receding. Right. You just keep your hair cut low. Right. But don't get yourself a baldy. But read it.
I got an account basically for the shame when a man's beard's cut off.
You get that. They get to pull their hair.
Gun. It says 2 Samuel 10:4. It says wherefore Hanun took David's servants. Yeah, because David sent his servants to Hanun. It says wherefore, and then basically when you go into it, Hanun's servants, made him doubt, basically saying, David's, he's against you. So when David sent his servants to, Hanun.
That, then you're going to speak, you're speaking right now, all right? You're going to the hat and the whole head covering thing.
All right, come on. Yeah, so basically when you go into it, Hanun, basically the ruler of Ammon, when King David sent his servants onto Hanun, basically the servants of Hanun made him doubt. Basically, David's not with you. David's against you. So here's what happened. 2 Samuel 10:4. Wherefore Hanun took David's servants and shaved off the one half of their beards and cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, and sent them away. Verse 5, and when they told it unto David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And then look, it says, and the king said, tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown, then return. So, hey, that shows you, it was great. It was a great shame for a man to have his, beard cut off. And it's many more, accounts in the scriptures where, basically men will get their head, Israelite men will get their beards cut off. whether it be, down in the middle on one side. So, hey, obviously, it's a great shame, and you look like a fool,
Yeah, it's embarrassing, right? Yeah, you should be ashamed not to have it, I'm like, damn, like I said, if I look at you, like, I'd be like, damn, man, this dude, the Lord Yakalba made it where, like I said, why the hell would hair grow on our faces to begin with, right?
Yeah.
If we genetically could do it, I know we, some of us is difficult, but yeah, you going against the Lord order, it's like a girl trying to chop off her tits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then
Or
what?
breasts.
Then, another thing is, when you look at a lion, he got his mane.
Yeah.
If someone cuts off that lion's mane, he basically loses respect, out of his pride.
Yeah.
So.
You look like a lioness.
Yeah. So what separates, a lion for the most, or what's one of the big things that separates a lion from a lioness? His mane, the mane that he has.
Mm-hmm. Quick precept.
Okay.
Jeremiah 2, verse 21. Yet I planted thee a noble vine,
Yeah, you can bring out.
holy, a right seed. Out then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me. And when you go into that word, the definition for degenerate, Sawar. Definition is having lost the physical, mental, or moral qualities considered normal and desirable, showing evidence of a decline. So when we see you, when your beard is lined up, you got a bald head, you showing signs of your morals declining.
Yep. Which you declining from your original state.
Yep.
So the Lord set us up in order with the law, statutes, and commandments, tell you not to have, like not to have a beard and not to not have one.
Yeah. Scriptures say, seek ye the old paths. Come back.
Oh, Job 8 and 8.
Yeah, come back onto your heritage. A lot of people say, oh, I'm repented. I came back onto God. Well, really, you really haven't even come back onto the Most High, man.
Yeah.
The Most High. Hey, when you come to serve the Lord, man, it's certain laws, statutes, and commandments that you need to abide by. You can't just say, oh, I came back onto God. In what way? Just by the words that, your speech, you come back onto the Lord. Now, it's by action.
Yep, that's right.
You come back onto the Most High.
You want this precept? Job
So
8 and 8?
we still got to get Ezekiel 44 and 20.
This is Ezekiel chapter 44 and 20, which it reads just like this. Okay, I'm gonna just do it. I'm one page off. All right, Ezekiel 44 and 20, it reads, it says, neither shall they shave their heads or heads, nor suffer their locks to grow long. They shall only pull their heads.
Yeah, so neither shall you shave your heads. You got Jake, shaving off their head. They got the razor. They got the shaving cream. Making a complete, bald. You're not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah.
If you want to, you can cut it down, to a minimum. If you got like the,
like a one guard, like
yeah,
what, two or something like that?
Yeah, like basically, the one guard or like the half guard or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You could do that, but you're not supposed to shave it down all the way so your head's completely bald. That's going up.
What?
And, slug. As well, you're not supposed to be getting bald fades. You got some Jake who be getting bald fades.
Mm-hmm.
They got the blowout.
Blowout, yeah.
So, and then it says, nor suffer their locks to grow long.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, a priest, a Levitical priest was not supposed to, and what? Now, we're lacking onto those, now basically, the whole nation, or slack.
Yeah.
Basically, all the prophets are now priests, So it says, nor suffer their locks to grow long. So, hey, that's more evidence you're not supposed to have, dreadlocks, and you preaching, and then you up here, in the camp. Nah, man, because we're all priests. When you come into the camp, you're expected, to become a priest. So you gotta abide by that law as well.
Yeah, let me get that precept for you.
And then the word for Paul, look, it says, the word for Paul is kasam. It says, they shall only pull their heads. And when you go into the word pull, it means kasam. It means to cut, clip, trim, or shear.
Right.
So yeah, a man in the Lord is supposed to pull his head, not supposed to have long dreadlocks. You're supposed to keep your hair, basically maintained, and cut and trim.
Quick
Yeah.
precept real quick.
You got it.
John 14, verse 15. Red letter, Yahushua. If they love me, keep my commandments.
Yeah. So if you say you truly love the Lord, man, I just love God. I love the Messiah. Blah blah blah. Then hey, right there, you're supposed to be keeping His commandments. What He said it be. The Lord said that basically He comes in the name of His Father. Whatever the Father speaks, He speaks it. Once more. Read Matthew 5:17. It says the Lord didn't come to do away with the law. So whatever the Lord said throughout, the Old Testament as well as the New Testament, you're supposed to be keeping that. You're supposed to be following it to the best of your ability. Basically trimming your head, not getting lineups, keeping your beard. Keeping a beard is not hard to keep. It's not a burden to keep within this society. Yeah, might be some jobs that might not allow you to have a beard, but hey, just find another job. There's plenty of more jobs, that you can basically have to keep serving the Lord like how you're supposed to.
Yep. Yes, you can.
So, you got something?
Yeah, I had Isaiah, Ezekiel chapter 44, verse 20. Neither
Oh
shall
yeah, we just got it, but you can get it again.
Oh, no, you got
Get
it.
about the priest with Dimitri. It should be Exodus. Mitre. That's an example of not having a head cut. Because you mentioned you're supposed to be priests. The kings and priests. Well, continue what y'all had and just squeeze that in.
Yeah, you can go ahead and read it again while he gets it.
Ezekiel chapter 44, verse 20. Neither shall they shave their heads, nor suffer their locks to grow long.
Yep. So, hey, a lot of people think Paul was just pulling out, that commandment. Basically, he made, out of nowhere. Nah, man, Paul was inspired. Well, I mean, that's basically from the law. He said, basically, you should not have long hair. Basically, paraphrasing. Because Paul understood that. And then you got some,
Yeah,
Jake. Well, and then Jake said, is that in the Old Testament? Yes, in the Old Testament.
Mostly everything's in the Old Testament.
Exactly. So
It's technically not the Old Testament. The Old Testament talks about us performing the law and being justified by the law. That's technically what the Old Testament is. All right? The laws and the prophets. All right? That's new. That's in the New Testament also. Like the law and the prophets are not going away. What went away was the Lord taking away the penalty from breaking the law. That's what He did away with. So we're under grace.
Done. So you can finish it.
They shall only paw their heads.
Yeah, and we just got out the pull. The word for pull means kasam, the Hebrew word. It means to cut, trim, or shear. So again, keep your hair maintained. Keep it trimmed, cut. Because at the end of the day, the man's glory is in his hair. That the woman's glory is her hair, man. So a man in the Lord is not supposed to have, he's 24/7. You got some days we twist their hair all day. Just be getting, fucking.
Brother doing that.
Yeah.
See some girl laying and shit.
You got some Jake that be getting real close in the mirror, put in gel. Come on, man.
Above and beyond.
I'm not saying, nothing wrong putting gel in your hair, but, being 24/7, just concerned about your hair, that's going off. you know. But go ahead, you got the precept?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Exodus 28, verse 4. And these are the garments which they shall make: a breastplate, an ephod, and a robe, and a broidered coat, and a mitre, and a girdle, and they shall make holy garments for Aaron thy brother and his sons, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. You want to go into that word mitre?
Yeah, mitre.
Yeah.
That's the mitre for the high priest. But the point is that's what it's going to say. Or for the priest. The point is that's the fashion of a Hebrew Israelite. It's to wear a mitre, not to wear a hat. That was never a custom or fashion. You're gonna get Maccabees, second Maccabees, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't a fashion of a Hebrew Israelite. That was a fashion of a Greek or a Japhite, one of the sons of Japhet, and the other peoples. Esau didn't even cover his head until he got to the Greek Empire, because Esau grew up as a Hebrew, right? And then when he went out and found the different kingdoms, like one was Macedonia, or he usurped authority in Macedonia, one or the other. His original custom was to wear Esau was to wear a mitre. All right. Then when he went away from the traditions of his father Isaac, all right, then he covered his head. All right? But originally Esau, the so-called white man, wasn't covering his head like that. He was wearing a mitre.
Yeah. And if a brother can have ready, basically he that prophesied with his head, yeah. So yeah, the word for meter.
Tozanot, to wrap or wind up together, wind around.
Yeah, and then when you look it up, basically a meter, it's like it's a certain type of headwear, which basically leaves the top of your head uncovered. You know. So that's the whole point. You know, a priest is not supposed to have his head covered while he's prophesying or praying. You know, and then you got some Jake just openly, you know, just bucking up against that, you know, for whatever reason. Well, Elder Apostle Gabar, he's bringing out the one account, the one man Jason within I believe Maccabees.
Yeah.
You know, he was basically he was basically, you know, in that spirit of, you know, covering his head while he prophesies.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a Greek custom.
Damn.
You know.
Alright, yeah, what you call for? The other one?
He that dishonors his head.
Dishonors his head. Yeah, they equated the idol worship, you know, covering your heat and stuff, you know, to idol worship and stuff. So you're not really serving Yakalba Page if you prophesying with your heat covered, all right? Which the brother gonna have the law.
Yeah, but hey man, you know, I would not want to do that. You know, I'm prophesying because that literally means the Holy Spirit's not connecting with you.
Yeah.
You know, when you see that dude from Zachari, what's his name?
Alazar.
Yeah, Alazar. You know, hey, he looked like his countenance, man. It looked dark.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't. The spirit, obviously isn't connecting with that dude, man. You know, when you're out here praying, or when you're praying or prophesying, you know, you want to make sure you're completely in line so the Lord actually connects with you.
Yeah.
You know, hey, me, I would not want to prophesy with my head covered, because then I know the spirit won't be on me, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because like I said, it's the actual, like I said, it's an order in how the Lord, Yakalba Page, told you to, you know, actually administrate, you know, prophesying, praying, you know? You think the Lord gonna deal with you based on you disobeying him? No. The Lord ain't dealing with you right there. You know? You just, if anything, like I said, you deceived, and the Lord Yakalba Page, if you don't repent, the Lord gonna destroy you. You know, because
it's like you saying it ain't hurt nobody. Well, I mean, if it don't mean nothing to cover your head, then wear a skirt then.
Right.
Yeah.
Wear a skirt, because it's just cloth on your body, right? After all, it's just cloth on your body. So wear a skirt.
Yeah.
Wear holes in your shirt, something like that, you know?
Yeah, really, man, that is hurting, you know, because what you're doing, you're showing an example onto, you know, the ones who are not grounded within the truth, and as well as to your followers, you know, showing an example to cover your head. So
and it's in direct violation of what the laws say and what the prophecies say.
Yeah. So really, man, you are hurting, you know, those who are, again, not grounded in the truth or your followers.
And you're hurting yourself too.
Yeah, and
First
yourself
foremost,
too,
hurting
because you're
yourself.
putting more damnation on your head.
Yeah, if you cut the TV on mute and look at you prophesy, you'll see a nigger.
Yeah, I mean, some niggas just talking about whatever.
Some nigger rapping about nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, with New York hat on and a hoodie.
Hoodie.
And why a Philly baseball cap.
What a fucking Star David behind you.
Yeah, Star Rempart,
Through.
But
Then when the true men of the Lord correct you and show you in clarity, you want to buck up against it.
hey, that's what Jake is, but go ahead, you got it.
1 Corinthians 11 verse 4. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
Yeah, so going to the same point, if you're prophesying, if you're praying, you're supposed to have your head uncovered. You're not supposed to be wearing, a fucking baseball cap with a hood while you prophesy. That's going off.
But then he'll say he don't believe in some of Paul's writings.
Yeah, well, well, if you call yourself a priest, again,
Yeah, where's
the
the Holy
Levites
Mitri
aren't-
at? Where's the Holy Mitri?
Yeah, exactly.
He calls himself Chief High Priest, right?
Yeah.
That's what he calls himself, Chief High Priest. So if you were a Chief High Priest, you can put M-I-T-R-E in the search, and like 8 scriptures that come up of talking about the priests wearing the linen garments, the robes, and the Mitri, right? The turban, the head wrap, right? But you ain't gonna find where the priest, the Chief High Priest, wore a hat, like a Greek hat, and a hoodie.
Yeah, come on.
Because if you're afraid, if you dress like a real priest, then your following to leave you. So you mainly attracting niggas.
Yeah, and really, man, a woman, as you go into it, is going to get into that, right?
Yeah.
But basically, yeah, you got it.
Verse 5, but every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered, dishonor for her head, for that is even all one as if she were shaven.
Yeah, so really, man, if you're out, you're really doing what the woman's supposed to do. If you're praying while your head, is covered and you're a woman, or if you're praying while your head is uncovered and you're a woman, then you're going up. A woman's head is supposed to be covered. When she goes out, if she's in the house, with her husband, that's between them. But if she goes out, her covering her head shows that, she's basically under, subjection to her husband. She's not open, to anybody else.
Yeah, and it's not even like we ask you to do something hard. It's real simple. It's not like we ask you to wear garments made with one fabric. We ask you to uncover your head when you prophesy. That's it. It's simple.
Yeah, it's not like we're asking Jake to, put on fringes on every single one of his t-shirts and garments and, his shoes. Nah, man.
It's literally 2 motions. Boom, boom. That's it. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, and then, hey, if your head, I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe his hair might be messed up. Hey, then, yeah. Then just get it trimmed and then, just get right. But that dude's proud at the end of the day.
Where's up with 2 Timothy 3 and 17 on there?
2 Timothy 3 and 17.
Second Timothy chapter 3, verse 17. That the man of the Most High may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works.
Yep, so men of the Lord, when you serve the Lord, man, it says, how should I say? He said, be ye perfect. So seek to serve the Lord the 100%, as much as you can. Yeah, so if you can read that again.
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 17. That the man of the Most High may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works.
Yeah, so exactly, man. again, that man the Most High may be perfect. You know, because at the end of the day, us being not an example onto our people. You know, and when you show an example onto somebody, you know, for example, like your son, you know, you want to be the perfect father. You know, you want to be the best role model you can be for your son. Same thing, you know, with the Lord's men, man. You know, at the end of the day, we're an example onto how, you know, you should be living. You know, and how we're basically living is determined by, you know, what the Lord commanded us, you know, to live by.
Yeah. I got it for you if you want.
Yeah, you got it.
Con, this is 2 Timothy chapter 2. I started at 4, point being at 5. It says, no man warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. And if a man also strive for masteries, yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully.
Oh, Salah, can you read it again?
So this is 2 Timothy chapter 2 and 4. It says, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. And if a man also strive for masteries, yet he is not crowned, except he strive lawfully.
Yeah, so whenever you serve the Lord, man, you got to be coming, you know, to literally, you know, serve him in perfection. You know, one of the ways, obviously, living righteously, you know, and lawfully.
Yep.
At the end of the day, you know, the law doesn't save us,
For sure.
but it's good to keep the law. The law keeps you alive.
Yep.
You know, if you're committing adultery, you know, you eat pork, you're going to die eventually, you know. Yep. That literally brings down your spirit, and you won't be able to go 100%, you know, in perfection, you know, serving the Lord.
That is word for lawfully, going into the Greek word, which is noim osi, which means to lawfully or agreeable to the law, which we read the law.
Yeah, whatever is, you know, what's the word I want to use? Yeah, you know, basically anything that pertains onto the law,
agreeable.
You know, that, and then you're supposed to live after that, you know, and that's living lawfully.
Yep, you gotta be in harmony with what the Lord's word says, in such meaning and union. All right, together. All right.
Yeah.
For dude is like I said, pray, if the Lord gave the instruction, all right, don't have your head covered while praying and prophesying, but you sitting there doing it. Are you in union? Are you really serving the Lord? Or are you serving another God? All right. Which, as we went into, hey, you serve that, you having that head covering was equated with idol worship and such, as the brother had went into. What's the brother name from Wisconsin? Tazawan, you know? Yeah, go ahead.
She just said the head.
Raj. Tazawan. Yeah.
And if a brother can give me Sirach 19 and 17.
All right. All right. 19, 17. You got it? I get it.
Yeah, so again, you know, this guy, Alazar from Sakari, you know, him prophesying with his head covered, you know, so it really shows his disobedience, you know, towards the Lord. That's him openly showing his disobedience towards the Lord, you know, and basically disrespecting, you know, Yahweh Shemel. You know, you're over here calling yourself a prophet, you know, a priest, you know, you're this great man, but you're over here coming your head being openly disobedient. You know, that's not a good example. You're supposed to be showing onto the congregation. So for Brother God.
Yeah, you got it.
Sirach 19, verse 17. Admonish thy neighbor before thou threaten him.
Or not, go get it, 18.
18, Sirach 19, verse 18. For the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love.
Can you read that again?
Come on. Sirach 19, verse 18. The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him.
Yeah, so the first thing you do when you come to serve the Lord, you got to fear the Lord, you know? Because fearing the Lord, obviously, you know, when you fear the Lord, you're going to do what he says to do. You know, whatever's written, the Lord told you not to do, you know, you're obviously not going to do it. You know, if you're doing things like covering your head while you prophesy, when the scriptures openly say not to cover your head while you prophesy, you know, it shows that you're going off and you don't fear the Lord.
And fearing the Lord is equivalent to learning the fear of fire, because you don't want to touch fire because you're going to get burnt. So if you don't fear the Lord, you're going to do the things that pleases you and end up eating a missile.
Yeah. Fear going to also being devoted too, man. You know, hey, we devoted to carrying out the law, statutes, commandments that the Lord gave us. All right, because we know in times past when the Lord Yakalba Page gave out instruction and Israelites didn't follow, He brought judgment. I got a quick little example. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and 4. It says, I'll start at 3. It says, and did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Hamashiach. But with many of them the Most High was not pleased, or was not well pleased, or delighted, right? For they were overthrown in the wilderness, now these things were our examples, to the extent we should not lust after evil things, as they also lusted, neither be idolaters, which, as you know, we going into that example of having your head covered is equated to idol worship and such. Worshiping of other idols. You're not worshiping Yakalba Page.
And you know, basically all those men who the Lord casted out into the wilderness, every single one of those men had no fear of the Lord. That's why they're doing, you know, basically whatever they wanted to do, you know. Because they had no fear of the Lord. They had no fear of the Lord.
Yep. Neither be idolaters, worshiping of other idols and such, okay? As were some of them, and not carrying it out, right? Not doing what's agreeable in union with Yakalba Page word. It said, neither let us commit fornication. It said, neither let us commit fornication, as some of them commit, and fell in one day 320,000. You see how much judgment the Lord Yakalba Page bring? Okay? It says, neither let us tempt Hamashiach. You test it.
Yeah, so if you're breaking the law openly, you know, you're doing whatever you want, it really shows that you're tempting the Lord, basically asking the Lord what He's going to do to you if you keep on doing that.
Right. Dude,
you know, you got a lot of Jake. What's that one scripture, Ecclesiastes 8?
Yeah.
You know, basically, a sinner, if a brother can give me that.
Yeah, I got it.
You know, because you got a lot of Jakes in that spirit of, oh, well, you know, I've been going off, you know, I've been doing whatever I want to do for, you know, 20 years and nothing's happened onto me.
Yep.
You know?
8 and, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and starting at verse 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Yeah, that's exactly why the common person has a mindset of doing evil. Because, you know, they do evil one day, you know, they be looking left, right, you know, nothing happens, so they keep going, you know. But, hey, at the end of the day, that's the Lord really letting you amount, you know, build up your pride, you know, build up your evil works so He can come down to you know, with the even harder judgment.
Yep.
That's why, well, you know, within the court, they don't just go after somebody, you know, immediately.
Let you build up the case.
Yeah, they basically build up the case. And, you know, whenever a man in the Lord goes off against Yakalba Page, you see, hey, man, brothers be getting, you know, chastised quickly. You know, and the Lord chastising you quickly, it shows that He's dealing with you, like a father would. You know, if a father has a bad child, you know, and that child never listens, man. You know, let's say the child gets older. You know, he basically disowns that child, man. He's not gonna keep on trying to get that child right. You know, that's the same thing with the Lord, man. You know, if somebody, you know, is not serving the Lord, they're doing whatever they want. They're like, man, just don't even worry about it. He's gonna catch His judgment. You know, because really he's focused on the ones who serve Him.
It says, yeah, which are as a shadow, days, right? Because he feared not before the Most High.
Yep.
Right.
So yeah, that's the point. What were
And-
you? We were just.
I was still in just,
Rock 19, right?
he is Sirach 19. I'm still in the Corinthians.
Yes, it's a little bit more on Rock 19.
Yeah, go ahead.
We can finish it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You can read 18 and then.
Sirach 19 verse 18. The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love.
Yeah, so a wise man, hey, you know, the Lord's looking for the wise, because if a man has wisdom, he's obviously going to be doing, you know, what he needs to do, you know, according to what the Lord has commanded. You know, a wise man is not going to be doing whatever he wants to do, you know, just breaking the Lord's commandments, you know, let them right, because that'll be stupid. Obviously, like the scriptures say, the law is good, the law keeps you alive.
Well, that's Proverbs 3.
Yeah, con.
Just if you read Proverbs 3 and look, it tells you that.
It's, book of Proverbs. In Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, my son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add unto thee.
Yeah. Yeah, so again, you know, keeping the laws, statutes, commandments of the Lord, that's a good thing to do. Because again, you know, eating pork, that's obviously, that's bad for you. You know, pork, they have what, parasites in them?
Yeah.
You know, it literally brings down your spirit. That's why so many people got heart disease. You know, they got parasites. Because all this unclean food that they be eating.
Yep.
You know, when you actually keep the dietary law, you know, you see a huge, great benefit in doing that. You know, and other things like, you know, committing adultery. You're obviously putting more, basically, you have a higher chance of dying because, you know, if that man finds out you slept with his wife,
That happened.
what's gonna happen?
It happened. This dude at my job, his dumbass, apparently, like, we heard, they were like, yeah, this dude got news, yeah, he died. He like, from what? Ended up hearing, dude was sitting outside in his car, dude shot the car up. Well, you know how women be, they break up for whatever reason. Oh, I'm not with my ex no more. It's complicated or whatever. Dude don't care, whatever. Jump in the wheel, deal. Dude ended up getting the whole. He was outside his car. Dude was stalking, and found the time that took the judgment, lit up the car, killed the dude. The dude like just young, just kind of like me and stuff like that. You would never think this dude would be into what he into, cause I like a judgment like that, or get a car shot up like that. You would think of like he into some gang life or something like that. Dude, like I said, on some adultery, the Lord executed his ass. Like I say, and these Jake at these jobs, like I said, they know right from wrong.
Right, well, you know what? That's an example of a wicked ass woman. Her heart being not only snares and nets, but being more bitter than death.
Oh yeah.
That her wickedness is the greatest of all wickedness. Because that's basically a setup.
Yeah, a trap.
Yep.
Yeah, you can lay.
Tell dude that you're not involved with anybody.
You got this crazy nigga.
Right? You luring him.
Yeah. Mate.
And he takes your word for it, but that's why men gotta smarten up.
Yeah. Get your
That's
wits.
why you have to go through the proper vetting process with these women, because you don't know what type of baggage they're carrying around. And no woman, no box is worth your life.
Yeah. So
I'm just throwing that in there. That's all.
But yeah.
That's the wickedness of a woman for you.
Yeah, man.
She knows she got a crazy ass ex, right? They probably had what they call a toxic relationship.
Yep.
They were the type that fucking argued, fought, bickered, you know, that type of shit all the time. Then they separated. Then this dude got, which judgment is from the Most High anyway. So the Lord just got him for whatever. Could have been for that. Could have been for something else.
Yep.
Point is, the Lord executed that judgment upon that individual. That's the way the Most High wanted it to happen. Right? But just touching on the woman, because that's fucking wicked.
Yeah. Hey man, she set the boy
yeah.
up. Man.
So, slut. Going back to the point, you know, if that man was actually living you know, how he's supposed to, how he was supposed to, you know, he obviously wouldn't been in that situation.
Wicked woman for a wicked man, right?
Yeah. Oh, we gotta get that precept. Yeah.
My brother, you got a precept?
Yeah, I just wanted to back up the point. This is Proverbs 6:34. For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance.
Yeah, so going to the point, you know, whatever, obviously that man had the spirit, you know, a high spirit of jealousy on him, you know, and he couldn't bear it. So for, you know, the quote unquote victim, you know, if he would have been actually keeping, you know, that law of not committing adultery, he most likely wouldn't, you know, found himself in that situation.
He would have escaped.
That's why keeping the law is good. You know, you got some people in that death mindset. Oh, well, you know, the law is done away with. You know, I can do whatever I want.
Well, the thing of it is most of our people don't understand what adultery is.
Yeah.
They don't understand what adultery is. You know? Particularly through ignorance. Because the scriptures give you sound advice on how to deal with women. Okay, how to vet women. The scriptures give you advice on how to vet women. What's one thing that a man could do to keep himself from an evil woman? Not lust after her beauty.
Yeah, don't get caught in her hiding. Yeah.
That's sound advice. Because if you have control over your, let's say, impulses, right, urges, desires, then you can see beyond what she might look like and realize, ooh, wow, her behavior's way too, you know, detrimental.
Yep. Scriptures say, desire her not for pleasure.
Yeah.
Right. So it's got to go beyond just beauty. What qualities does she have? As you hear in the so-called manosphere, what does she bring to the table?
Yeah.
Right? Besides some box.
Fucking bitch.
All right? Most of the times you're going to find out it's not a problem. So what if men had that type of reserve? Because what do the scriptures teach you? Self-control, temperance. But that's in all things.
Yeah.
When it comes to women, when it comes to wine, anything in excess, all right, or beyond a certain point is unreasonable, and it only affects you negatively.
Yep.
The scriptures are full of commandments, advice, principles, right? Proverbs, those proverbs, man.
Yeah. If we could finish Sirach 19.
You read second Ezra? Second Maccabees?
Oh, no, we didn't.
Sirach 19, verse 19.
Go.
The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, and they that do the things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
Yeah, so again, you know, that what the first line said, the commandments of the Lord is a doctrine of life. So obviously every single commandment, laws, statutes, commandments the Lord has set up, is there for a reason. You know, it's there to keep you alive, you know. You know, you got some Jake mad at some laws that the Lord have put there. The Lord obviously has that put there for a good reason, you know.
Yeah. Imagine if Jake just wanted to just keep working endlessly. I don't sleep. He would die.
Yeah.
You know, need to survive.
Yeah. I witnessed that. Me and the brothers
They could
have
work his
witnessed
way
that.
out. Yeah?
Yeah. Dude, we were already working 14, 15 hours because of a conversion project that they were doing in a warehouse that we worked at.
Mm-hmm.
And you had this, I think he was an Issachar-He.
Yeah.
Issachar already be working crazy.
He was alright.
But what he was doing was he was doing the full 13 hours and he was coming in on the weekends. Non-stop. But one day, he's working, he's coming through the aisle, and he just dropped.
Serious?
They say he had a heart attack. And everybody knew it. He was well overworked. But he did that to himself.
Yeah.
He did that to himself.
He was
now
young?
they say, what's that?
He was young too?
Nah, he wasn't that young.
But he was just progressively doing it.
Right, but he was just doing it. Oh, you see him all the time. Like,
Yeah.
dude, you're still here.
Every day and shit.
Yeah, he probably
Instead of
drinking
taking
Red
care of
Bulls and
himself-
shit.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of taking care of himself, right? He was all about that money. You know, and you got Jakes like that.
Labor to be rich, right?
You
Yeah.
know, and then the Lord took him out. And then, you know, they had to have a general meeting because everybody was saying what it was. He
Yeah.
was overworked.
Huh?
And they were trying to say, well, he already had other health complications to come to find out. We can't talk like that because it's not a good reflection of, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So they're trying to quell rumors, but everybody knows and seen that guy working every weekend, working every,
Yeah.
So it's like no surprise the dude's laid out on the floor. And then they waited to call the EMTs because they have on-site staff that are supposed to be trained. They call them CERT teams.
Yeah.
But the dude ended up passing away.
Now at most jobs they got something called hours of service.
Right.
You only allowed to work a certain
Like,
amount
this
of
is a
hours.
righteous king. You tell the bull, listen, man, stay home this weekend to take care of your family. Focus on them. Get some rest.
Yeah, I wonder why the manager, didn't step in. Hey, man, relax. You're working a little bit too much, man. Like, nah, because they don't give a damn.
That's not their mentality. They're looking at numbers, productivity. That looks good on their end. They get the bonuses because of goals being hit and things of that nature. Remember, that's the whole mindset of Esau. Right? There's no balance. It's just how can he increase profits? We got to increase profit margins. We got to increase performance. We got to put out more numbers. Right?
You're a slave driver.
Yeah.
So.
You want to say something?
I was gonna say, like, you sick, they still telling you to come in, you blew out your knee, they still want you to come in. Oh, can you do an extra few hours today?
No, or better yet, they might even say, well, since you took this sick day off.
And that's a big spit in somebody's face.
I got a
They're
flex.
hurt or they're sick or something like that. You still telling them, if they can. You still ask them if they can come in. That's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying?
Dude coughing out his whole. He got that pestilence, right? They got that special pestilence they got. Dude got it. He coughing on everybody. Sound like a damn seal and shit. Hey, oh yeah, you could come in, man. We need you.
And it's crazy because I was talking to one of these guys I know that work behind the trash truck, and he was telling me he had a big gash on his leg one time. He had a big infection on his leg, and his job was still pushing him to go to work. Oh yeah, come in. You should be all right. Oh, can you come in and do such and such? Like that's wrong, man. But the so-called white man don't care.
You're a slave driver.
Right. So just kind of bringing the point full circle, it's like, as the king is, so are the people. Jake thinks that this is what they're supposed to do. Right? Like, our people are suffering from a sickness. All right? Our people are sick. All right? They literally believe that this way of being is right. Okay? That's literally the mindset of Jake. Okay? Chasing the dollar, worrying about women, right? That's all they concerned with. Okay?
Yeah.
They don't see anything beyond that. Okay?
Yeah. What's the one scripture? We hope not, we hope not, and how does it go?
And they're doing all of that
Not
for vain.
what-
Like,
right?
no, we
Vain
hope
glory.
not, like in this world, but like,
Oh, for the fashion that comes.
Like this more
yeah,
to life.
yeah, that one.
There's
Can
more to
you get
life
that?
than cars,
Right.
money, women. Like there's more to life than that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What about your
You
health?
look not.
You know what I'm saying? What about your integrity?
Yeah, going to that one precept in Sirach, it tells you the sound body is above infinite wealth, right?
Yep.
Having a sound body, actually taking care of yourself, that's better than what any riches could get you. Because you can be on a hospital bed, but you can have millions. But how you gonna enjoy those millions?
Yeah, you wishing you was healthy and able to move. You want that secret world to come?
Hey, you wanted to say something? Or- That's cool.
Hold up. This is I gotta find a precept.
Like the brother called whatever y'all get in the
Second
Second Maccabees.
Second Maccabees.
What's the chapter? Chapter 4.
Hat. What hat?
4.
We're going into the head cover.
Yeah,
Purpose
Cat.
with Jason. Did you find it?
Sort of. Shock you out. Yeah, wait, hold on. I think it's like a beetle. Let's try that wicked ass passion.
It's so hiking.
World to come?
Yeah, I mean, just catching a little bit of y'all in the beginning. You know, you got to consider a man's ways. Like, if he stumbles over small things like this, how much more over the weightier matters? Like, if a guy can't keep a beard on his face, you can't take that guy seriously. If he's wearing a ball cap on his head, calling himself prophesying, you can't take a guy like that serious. This is really about reputation and properly defending and representing our Lord. So you see a guy that's taking on these different characteristics that the Lord is in opposition of, then you know that that man don't really represent the Lord.
He's like a facsimile.
Yeah,
It looks similar, but it's not really.
right.
The scripture says false prophets going to raise up his
A cheap imitation, basically.
Yeah.
All over that platform TikTok, man, people are going live claiming themselves as the Messiah and everything, saying they can break down the scriptures, but totally does it wrong.
And that's the thing, like, a guy don't... So when the scripture says, many shall come, right? The word there is anoint. So a lot of people are taking on that position as if they're anointed. They don't have to necessarily be claiming themselves to be the Lord, although they are doing that too. It's just to have this deep understanding that only was given to them now. And now they're qualified to teach that to the rest of the world, whatever doctrine it is that comes up. And you see that, many false Christs or many false anointed, you know? You see that, that's how you know that's a signification that we are definitely in the latter days, okay? The very latter end of the latter days, shall I say.
Yeah, the anti-Hamashiach spirit. You know, a lot of people, when they read the scripture that speaks about the Antichrist, they think it's speaking about one man. Now they're speaking about anybody who's against Yahweh Shai, anyone who's against the Lord, they're anti-Hamashiach because they're not for, they're not actually for Yahweh Shai is, what he's for.
Right. Not everybody's doing it necessarily deceptively.
Yeah.
Right?
Some people doing it unknowingly.
They doing because they believe that that's the right way. But they still wrong. They don't get a pass. If you're teaching the wrong doctrine, irregardless of intention, you're still going off. And if you don't correct, if let's say you're an Israelite, you don't repent, you don't correct it, then you're going to be destroyed.
Yup. So.
I can't believe that.
Oh, we got that?
Second Maccabees.
Should have it by now, brothers.
The world will come. I hope your expectation, something like that. I think.
Yeah. Second Maccabees. Chapter 4. You just had it, right? Pulled up. Not his, Jason. That's his name.
Yeah. Jason?
It was verse 9.
Is that one still good or no?
Oh, look.
Come on, brothers, bring some scriptures out.
Start verse 9. Verse 9.
Second Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 9. Besides this, he promised to assign 150 more if he might have license to set up a place for exercise, and for the training up of youth in the fashions of the heathen, and to write them of Jerusalem by the name of the Antiochians, which when the king had granted, and he had gotten into his hand the roll, he forthwith.
Yeah, so you had many Israelites, and it's going to go into it. You had many Israelites who are following after, the heathen customs, and they want to broadcast it, amongst the rest of the Israelites, So, keep reading.
Verse 10, which when the king had granted, and he had gotten into his hand the rule, he forthwith brought his own nation to Greekish fashion, and the royal privileges granted of special favor to the Jews by the means of John, the father of Yopamus.
That's
How you pronounce that?
Yeah, that's Holiness. Yeah, you got it.
Euphonus.
Yeah, Euphonus. Yeah.
Who went ambassador to Rome for enmity and aid. He took away and putting down the governments which were according to the law. He brought up new customs against the law.
Yeah. That would be great. Man, I mean, Kayaba going.
Yeah, keep going.
For he built gladly a place of exercise under the tower itself, and brought the chief young men under his subjection, and made them wear a hat. Now such was the height of Greek fashions, and exercise and increase of heathenish manners.
Yeah, so hey, right there shows you, him making them wear a hat, as one of the customs, and as we gone into it, if you wear a hat while you're preaching or prophesying or praying, that's going off, as that's one of the heathen customs, that's literally said right here.
Yeah. That's a custom of the Greeks. That's not
Jeremiah,
a custom of the
10 chapter.
Israelites. Oh,
Yeah,
Jeremiah
we
10?
read it already, no?
Jeremiah
Nah,
10,
we ain't reading
no,
it.
we didn't.
Yeah.
Read that again, that last two verses you just read.
All right, I'm gonna start from 12. 2 Maccabees chapter 4 verse 12. For he built gladly a place of exercise under the tower itself, and brought the chief young men under his subjection, and made them wear a hat. Now such was the height.
Yeah, the chief young men. So they obviously got the highest ones to wear a hat. And what is that gonna do for the rest of the Israelites? That's gonna make those the top chief men, an example onto the rest. So they keep so they keep their customs.
Verse 13. Now such was the height of Greek fashion, and increase of heathenish manners. Though
Yeah, it's the higher Greek fashion. So, if you weren't doing that, then you obviously look like, you would look like just an outcast, I guess you could say. Whatever the Greeks weren't doing, it's the scripture that tells you that Jake was literally, for the circumcised Jake, they're literally putting a foreskin, on their rods, just so that they could fit in with gymnasiums, whatever. Like
Gymnos.
yeah, gymnos.
Working out naked.
Yeah, the
Wrestling
ancient.
naked.
Yeah. When you go to the ancient gyms, they actually used to work out naked.
Yep. Wrestling around, getting oiled up. Yeah, it was real homosexual. Like real alphabet, I'll say. Because it's in our law, statutes, commandments not to be, not for a man to. What is it in Romans? What we didn't get it in Romans also. The first chapter changed that natural use. That was it became unseemly. With the I was gonna bring out the point with Alexander the Greek. He was into that lifestyle, into the whole. Being man on man and stuff like that, and then you go into the whole, Greek and Romans, they were into pederasty and stuff, dealing with younger boys and stuff, all sorts of things,
Well, get it as a precept for the brother. Read it out unless you want to get something else.
This is the book, what's that, the first Maccabees chapter 1 and 9. This is, I think he read, what you read it in the other one. Yeah, first Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 9. Might have to bring this thing freezing up and bring in a physical scripture. This is a book of first. That thing frozen. First Maccabees chapter 1 and 9. You're not reading the same, right? This is verse 7. It says, "So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule everyone in his place." Well, you have Ptolemy. You have Seleucid, Cassander, and Lysimachus. All right. It says, and after his death, they put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. And there came out of them a wicked root, and to Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus, or Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome, and he reigned in 137 years, year of the kingdom of the Greeks, right? And in those days, there went out many and in those days went out of Israel wicked men who seduced many, saying, let us go up and make a covenant or agreement, okay, with our Bariat in the Hebrew, with the heathen, right, the other nations, all right, Esau, all right, that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we had so much sorrow. And you have it where, us as the Israelites, we were tributaries under, of course, the Roman Empire, all right, under, of course, we were being Hellenized by Alexander, who wanted to universalize, all people, bring them all together, right, bring them into that Hellenized, that Greekish fashion, all right, the Greek tongue, the Greek dress and such, togas and such, no laws and fringes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
no circumcision, okay, gymnos, go to the gym, work out naked, go sit in the spa baths and stuff, the same stuff going on today and such, okay, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so when the scriptures say that, hey, it's the same thing, back in Egypt when the Lord freed the Israelites from, the Egyptian captivity. You had some Jake who wanted to go back.
Yep.
Because, because it wasn't the same, they didn't have the same level of comfort, like they had in Egypt.
Yeah.
But that was just the Lord testing, Israel at that point in time.
Yeah.
But again, we're seeing the same thing today, in order to make a covenant with the heathen, you obviously got to partake, in some of their customs that they do.
That's right.
So some Jake is, actually willing to sacrifice, their servitude towards the Lord, Yahweh Shemiel Shai, and to follow, basically what the heathen tell them to do.
Yeah. Just to be accepted or receive different benefits from the heathen and such. Because remember, you had Israelites that, had different roles, within the subjugation of the Roman Empire and such. All right. You had, of course, you had different scribes and Pharisees that didn't want Yahweh Shai. Because with Yahweh Shai comes, of course, a kingdom.
Yeah, order
right?
comes.
Righteousness and order. We want to serve the Romans. Okay? And that's what you see today. You see Israelites that want to actually serve Esau, Edom, and not Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right? To the point where literally they're doing the different customs, even when told what's right, because Yahweh Shai was rebuking and showing what's right. Remember, you had Israelites that were doctors in the law and such, and they still are circumcised. They still rebelled against the Lord and didn't want him to reign. Okay? Yeah. I got something.
So brother got a precept?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, there's a couple precepts that y'all brothers can get. The ways.
Yeah.
There you go. You already know.
Jeremiah 10 verse 1. Hear ye the word of the Lord. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Yeah, so learn not the way of the heathen. Because obviously the way of the heathen, is an abomination. They're after their own idols. They're after their own gods that they have. They're not after the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai. So when you learn the way of the heathen, you're obviously getting further away from the Lord, because what the heathen do is against what the Lord has commanded for you to do, for you Israelites.
Yeah.
So learn not the way of the heathen.
Yeah. And the way, like I said, goes into that Dabaq, right? That course of life and such would be the heathenish manners and stuff and customs. All right? Them telling, like we going into with the cap or the hat, cover your head up and such. All right? keep your don't circumcise your child on the what? Your son's on the 8th day. All right. Okay. Wear the different. You can wear the different garments that pertain unto a woman. Those are all heathenish ways. All right. Or the gawayim. All right. You know. And we were scattered amongst the heathen. That's how we learned their ways and became Gentiles and such. You know. So this history is important to know.
Yeah.
You know, so we know, you know what I mean, how we became them.
Yeah,
Gentiles.
that's why I believe
Right?
you had a brother who basically was saying, hey, you know, a lot of these Jakes out here who, you know, they call themselves Israelites. They're just Christians, man, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But, you know, with a little bit of Israelite, you know, sprinkled.
Yeah.
You know?
They're just trying to bring and which really, like I say, they don't really have the really true outer appearance of an Israelite, which really is going spiritually into your actual ways. You know, that gate, that course of life and such, supposed to be, like I said, we showing you detail how the priest, the biblical priest had the meat tree around his head. It was a turban, it was a heat wrap.
Yeah, they had long
right?
garments, not
Long
t-shirt.
garments down
you know.
to the foot. All right, an ephod, breastplate. Okay. These are all important, you know, in our actual form or makeup of Israelites.
Yeah, you know, scriptures say seek ye the old past. It didn't say modernize, you know, the old past.
No.
You know, make it whatever you want it to
Right.
be.
Yeah. This is Proverbs 3:31. It reads, it says, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways.
Yeah, so envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. So, you know, you're not supposed to be coveting or envying what these other nations are doing. You know, because like we were just going into, what the other nations are doing is an abomination unto the Lord. You know? So if you're envying living a life like a heathen lives, you know, the heathen got his own customs, he does, you know, he worships his own idols. Then really you're going off because you're not supposed to be envying that. Because what does that lead to? It leads
Not
to
you,
death.
but Proverbs
It leads to death.
Proverbs 12:6, 26.
So yeah.
This is the book of Proverbs 12, verse 26. It says, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them.
Get that word for seduceth. Brother, break it down.
Yeah, so
Because y'all brothers mentioned something. You said rebellion,
Yep.
right? That's a spirit that's on Israel. And any time that they do the ways of either Esau or whatever nation that they were in captivity under is an active form of rebellion against Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. It wasn't until the Most High poured hell on them where Jake wanted to what? Return. Okay, now we got to return back. Okay? But when they were carelessly living after the ways of the heathen and partaking of their customs, all right, irregardless as to whether it was good for them or not, it didn't matter because they had the spirit of rebellion. But then what's the other part of it? The other part of it is the fact that they were seduced into these things because Jake falls after the fashion of other customs. Okay, when Jake gets into something, forget about it. They're going to outdo the heathen when it comes to whatever it is. Okay?
yeah, because you know you look at Lil Nas X. You know what Edomite went as far as Lil Nas X. You know, into doing that type of you know that type of lifestyle and worship. You know. So just going in to your point, you know, basically, hey, Jake will go fucking, you know, just out of the way, you know, into pleasing the heathen, you know.
He overexceeded.
Right, because Jake basically wants to be validated. Jake wants to be validated by their oppressor, okay, which is a deep-rooted psychological issue and condition, okay, that goes back to Stockholm syndrome, okay? Stockholm syndrome. They want to be validated by their oppressor. The very people that they're trying to oppress has a deep-rooted hatred for them. But they want to try to win him over, you know, how to win him over, you know? Or shit, I'll be like him. I'll be better than him because I'll take what he does and take it further, you know? But anyway, read that and get the word again.
Yeah, so the word for the Hebrew word for seduceth is ta'ah, and it says to err, wander, go astray, stagger, to wander about, of intoxication, of sin, wandering, to be made, to wander about, be made to stagger, to be led astray, to cause to wander.
Yeah, and then it's that one scripture. Basically, they're not staggered by wine, but they're staggered by that one scripture.
Yeah.
If a brother can get that. If they,
Not off wine, strong drink.
yeah, and you know, it's not, our people aren't staggered off of, you know, wine in a symbolical sense, but there's obviously staggered off of the philosophies, you know, in the ways of this world, you know, the ways of Babylon. That's what our people, most of our people are drunk off of.
You got it. Lion got it.
Isaiah 29:9. Stay yourselves and wonder. Cry ye out and cry. They that are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink.
Yeah, so again, going into the point, you know, our people stagger, you know, drunk off of the ways of this world, you know, the ways of Babylon, you know, and for you know, someone who's drunk, you know, what happens? More trouble, you know, they become more reckless, you know, and obviously more trouble and more danger will come onto that person. You know, because they're just walking around, you know, not living how they're supposed to, or not moving how they're supposed to be moving.
They wild. They beasts.
We have a saying in the world, basically wandering off the beaten path.
Yeah. Yep.
So in other words, they're going another way. Okay, and that way, and when in the air, but it's leading them to the ways of death and destruction and ultimately judgment, right? You know? Because what happens if you get too intoxicated? What happens? Your senses are dulled, right? You're not able to think and think critically at that. You know, you're slow to react, right? But that's Israelites spiritually. They don't know how to critically think. It's amazing to come across a average everyday Israelite that got a little bit of common sense. All right, and not trying to be funny. That, you know, that's how gone our people are. You know, for lack of a better way to put it.
Yeah, and that's why the scriptures say not to be in the spirit of, if brother can get that, of fighting. You know, basically if a brother can get that, it's a loop.
That's how low of a condition Israel has become. You know.
What is that, like Luke?
You know, they've been reduced to the level of a heathen. You know?
Yeah.
Reduced to the level of a heathen.
21 and 34.
21:34 Luke.
Yeah, this is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 34. It says, "And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares."
Yeah, so if you're completely immersed, you know, within this world, you're obviously not going to be prepared for when the Lord comes back. You know, the funny thing is, you got a lot of people thinking, oh yeah, you know, I'm ready for the return of the Messiah, blah, blah, blah. But truly, you're not even ready, because you're not even preparing yourself, you know, how the Lord's going to be coming, man. You know, the Lord's looking for the ones who actually serving him with action. You know, so like the scripture was saying, not to be in the spirit of drunkenness and start fighting, you know, basically living it up in Babylon. Because obviously when the Lord comes back, you're not gonna be prepared, you know. And obviously when all hell breaks loose, you're not gonna be in the spirit of, because you know when brothers are in the truth, you know, we're in that spirit of, hey, you know, basically all hell can break loose at any point in time. So we're ready. We're in that spirit of what's a broad one?
Looking for and hastening.
Yeah, looking for a hastening, you know, being prepared. if you're living, you know, you just want to have fun all day,
The Lord,
you're not gonna.
no, finish your statement.
Yeah, you know, if you're living in the spirit, you know, having fun all day and doing whatever you want within this world, you're obviously not gonna be prepared. You know.
Prepared for what? Prepared for the thief.
Yeah.
Because the Lord had likened his coming as a thief in the night, right? But what did the Lord say about the children of the light and the children of the day? That day shouldn't overtake them as a thief in the night. Why? Because what were they doing? They were watching for the thief to come. Now, who's the thief? Who does the thief represent? Yahushua.
Yeah. And a lot of things. Once all hell breaks loose, Esau comes down like a madman, sparing none. A lot of Jakes aren't even prepared for that, man. You know. I mean, you even got some Edomites, you know, that kind of hit, you know, to how, you know, times are gonna get real rough very soon. But Jake, hey, for the most Jake, man, you can just forget about it.
It's a little bit more if you want me to.
Yeah, you got it.
Verse 35.
As a matter of fact, Salaki brothers, down there in Ohio, isn't the mayor of that area, Jake? I believe the mayor or their representative is it Jake. He was the one that got on TV and was telling them, listen, you know, according to the EPA, everything's safe, everything's fine. You can go on about your day. If you want to drink the water, you can drink the water. If you prefer to drink bottled water, just as a precaution, you're fine to do that too. It was a Jake saying all that, man. It was a Jake advocating on behalf of these wicked companies that are ruled by Esau. Okay? Look it up. Okay?
Yeah. It shows you, you know, even if a Jake is in rulership, you know, within this American, you know, what's wrong with this? Basically, if a Jake's, you know, ruling within, you know, this American rulership, you know, because you got a lot of Jakes. Well, you know, we need more, you know, black people in office, blah blah blah. Well, that's proof right there that even if Jake's in office, he still won't care. You know, the shit isn't gonna get better. You know, is the point.
Yeah, because you see they got, you remember, if we reading from Maccabees, certain Jake actually left off from their customs and joined with the heathen, you know? So it just ain't nothing new under the sun. The stuff happening back over again, you know? You see how, of course, they push really as like a damn figurehead for the Edomites, just with a melanated skin, all right? You know, pushing what they want to be done, all right?
Yeah, but you can keep reading more.
Yeah, so verse 35, and it says, for as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man.
Yeah, so again, getting to the point of being ready. You know, that's when you come into the truth, you know, you're supposed to be in the mindset, again, that the Lord will come back at any second, that all hell can break loose at any second. You know? Not to be in the spirit of, you know, basically, you know, just, again, you know, living it up within Babylon. Because where's that going to get you? And then keep in mind it says snare, you know, because that's how a lot of people are going to be caught up when the Lord comes back, like, you know, like a snare, like it's a trap.
Yeah, like most people when they walking about in the forest, we might not know a bear trap is there. They get caught in that damn trap, man. They're like, fuck. You know, or if a landmine, you go over in the Middle East or wherever, they got landmines out there, even from like past previous wars and stuff. You know, hey, a lot of like it said, a lot of people they don't have like the mine detectors and stuff. They just going out there undetected, bam, blew up. That's how Jake gonna be in the time of the second coming of Yahushua. You know, because we giving all these warnings. It's clear you got Esau. We already tell you different as they previously called conspiracies, still may call conspiracies about the Chirac. We're telling you about the MOTB. We're telling you about how the system and this technology is moving and such. How they gonna come with, of course, that implantable, you know, and it's gonna be, of course, what they're gonna use to, you know, have you authenticate your identity and your buying and selling and such. Hey, we telling you already, and then Jake is still, no way. I told somebody that on the SEPTA bus, and the chick told me, no way. I said, what are you doing right now? You're not putting coins in that damn thing now. You're using a key. What do you think they're going to do? Come on, dude. Like, you know.
Romans 3 and 31, if would have summed it up to leave.
Yeah. So,
and another example of that, too, is there was a credit card that I had the option to apply for, and they basically say that they give you the option to basically put the card on your phone, and they basically use that as like a mobile payment.
Digital wallet?
Yeah, digital wallet, basically digital wallet. Yeah, but the card itself is like literally just a digital card. Like,
yeah,
they basically say click here to redeem your digital copy of the card. You could make it as like any mobile payment or anything like that. Like anywhere that says mobile payment, you could use a digital card. So they said you don't even have to get the physical card. Yeah. You just get the digital one.
Yep, that's it. Like I said, I see some brothers are younger than us and more fat. Like I'm more old school. You know, with the legal tender, I just use the actual physical bills for most of the time. You know, dudes are scamming.